So, okay. So one of the reasons I was very, very excited about Al Mariah being removed from the game is because I really love the savannah. We are up here in the middle of the map. What is it? G7. There you go, G7. This is where the Stygian fortress was. The ruins of Al Mariah is back now. Back to being the Dogs of the Desert camp. There's a blacksmith there. There's a bearer there, so you can get names. Lots of sorcerers. Fantastic place to build nearby. Plus there's a huge amount of hide. Lovely animals at the savannah. Mecha Moses is up here, and we haven't been to him yet. You can learn how to make golems and things like that. and whatnot. Plenty of aloe on the waterways. It's just a good location. There's some bosses around here as well. Not too far from the galleon. Quick trip to get to the highlands, that kind of thing. Unnamed city isn't too far. Just nice and central. Really like it. And there you go. There's the house. So I like it because we have this kind of these like ruins here. I'm just gonna fly around. You just got to get over it. So we have these ruins here which start from like here, and they extend to kind of this line. And I extended it using something that I believe you can only learn on Sipta. So I'm sorry if that's annoying. But you can do it on your single player games. What is it? Decorations and ruins. Dun 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 dun. Yep, decorations and ruins, these pieces. Now, somebody said to me that you can only learn these on Sipta, so I apologise about that. But I've never kind of extended this before, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to play around with. So there you go. I mean, you can just live in this little space here. You can also just extend out with the foundations as well. Like I've done, I've put some foundations down to block off the plants and everything and just make it look a bit more kind of put together. But I kind of enjoyed it, really. Last time we played and I built here was during the Age of Sorcery, and I put some decals on the floor and put like my sorcery thing here, put like the cursed tree that was in an old battle pass here, and made it kind of really creepy. And this time around I think I'm going to use it just for my tavern, like an open air al fresco situation. You'll notice all the benches are gone. I have been a busy bee. So we did place our tavern bar here. We've got a Zamorian barkeeper that we freed from a cage. There's a person that spawns in a cage at the Dogs of the Desert camp just over there. Oh, I'm just gonna do everything today. I'm gonna do is just flying. This is so much easier. I'm not really. Just for the beginning of the stream, people. Then I will leave creative mode. So yeah, you can get him from a cage. He can spawn in the cage over there, but sometimes it's other types of crafters and things like that, fighters, whatever. And then you can also, there's a guaranteed barkeeper that spawns in the den, in one of the cages in the den, which is over here. So if you want to get barkeeper, that's a good place to get it. So this is the Acer, I think it's Veneer Acer bar. Countertops and bars. So there's 3 in the game. There's the standard one, which is this one, which is perfectly nice, perfectly reasonable, does the job perfectly well. You don't need to buy a DLC to use it. It's free content. All you need to do is place a bar and place a barkeeper behind it, and then people will show up at your tavern. It's fantastic. Love that feature. Great part of the game. I'll show you the other one. The other one is from a Yamatai set that is sometimes in the bazaar. These things cycle in pretty frequently. And then this one is really nice if you're going to do like a Japanese style building or something. It's got nice little stools and stuff like that. I think this is also pretty, and probably would go in a lot of different builds as well anyway. There you go. But I chose to use that one anyway. Okay. So you can see I kind of moved some stuff. I moved the market over here. It was over here before, and now we've got a bit more space. I'm trying not to show you the house yet, but I'm sure you've seen it already. I just kind of filled this, instead of having kind of a casting bench and things like that, I put some tables and some food on the tables and things like that. And over here, we're going to use this for like our cooking area. So we're going to put like a stove here, improved stove probably, and any kind of like cooking paraphernalia, probably some preservation boxes once we've learnt those, that kind of thing. Now, we do have people sometimes following us over from the Dogs of the Desert camp over there, so I have put in some like fences and things like that just to keep them out.
Valkin just subscribed.
Thanks for the break. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee, friendos. Tim Valkin, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in. Welcome. Oh, hello, Banana. Hello, Dustin. And hello, people. Oh, coffee is life, my friends. I don't know how I would exist without it. I like the concept armor, right, but the execution was really, really bad. Maybe sad. I just think in this game, where big buildings kind of break people's PCs, it just wasn't going to work, probably, was it? I don't know. It was such a great idea, you know. I don't know. So anyway, so there you go. So I've got, these are the arena stairs from the Blood and Wine, Blood and something.
Grail just subscribed
oh my
for
goodness.
24 months.
Ah,
Days.
2
The
years.
best days.
Ah, Grail, welcome back. Thank you so much for 2 years of Turd Walletry. I really appreciate it. Thank you, lovely. So good to have you here. Crikey, people. Open air drinking, great for sandstorms. Perfect for sandstorms. We haven't had a single sandstorm hit us here, though, Numpty. I suspect it doesn't ever hit us here. We just hear it, and we don't actually get affected by it. But we could put some, like, little canopies and stuff if we wanted to. Hello, Raven. Hello, hello. Hope your day's going well. It's all right. I'm extremely exhausted today, but I'm in great spirits. You plan your base before you build? No. No. That's the problem, Ed. So I had to... What I was trying to do with the base was sort of like... when I had a bit of time yesterday, because I was going to stream yesterday, and I was like, well, I need to work out what I'm going to do for the build. So I started kind of like playing around with different like palettes and things like that. And then I just, you know, and then I have to kind of make a shape and decide how I feel about it. And I have no idea what's going to happen, what it's going to look like. And so I have to kind of keep going. And then eventually I've gotten too far and sort of had to kind of finish it. So I might just do a build stream just to show people. If anyone wants to see how I do it, I'll just maybe do a build stream at some point and rebuild it on my server. Yep. There you go, but not on our community server, because if you want to build here, you know, I don't want to like fill up the server with all my builds and stuff. So this is the arena set. I really, really like this build set. It's got a bunch of different vaulted ceilings and things like that. Really, really nice, kind of dungeony, kind of creepy set, but kind of still looks nice and cozy, oddly. Not as creepy as the actual dungeon set itself. There's a couple of different types of foundations, and this is just like, there's this kind of like darker version. And I chose this one here because it's got a bit of like, I wanted something to go with the palette of the building that I did nearby. We had sandstone foundations here before. I just want to kind of like change them. Anyway, shall I show you the house? Shall I show you from this side first? Hold on a second. So I wanted to play around with a different build set that I haven't used before. And I wanted to use, this is the Turanian DLC. These are like... These were in like an expansion. This is I love this like foundation. It's really beautiful. Turanian. So this is the original Turanian floor. This color here, this darker one, which I've loved for years. And then this is like a newer like expansion for it, which just is kind of a bit cooler. The sides of the foundations look exactly the same and whatnot. But I just really like it. I tell you what I really like this with is reinforced stone for the walls to go with it. I don't know why. I just really like the combination. Not with this one. Hold on. Turanian. Da-dun. That combination I really like. Because I'm not super keen on the insides of the basic Turanian walls. I just kind of, I don't know. I don't really enjoy it that much. I guess they're not too bad, but yeah, just personal preference. So there you go. So those are the kind of the floor pieces. We've got some arcane braziers here. We've got some hops, plants, Freya waiting outside impatiently. This is an Argothian door, but you can use any gate you feel like, basically. There is one that goes with this set, but I just wanted kind of the red. But this is just like, I have never used this kind of combination of things before. And then these pillars are from the pyramid set. So, you know, when people say to me, what's your favourite build set? The answer is all of them, because I like to combine things. I can definitely tell you, like, things I like more than others, but I just like to kind of combine things these days. So you've got, like, different ground pieces, mid pieces, and then we've got, like, caps. I would like it if we had, like, a cooler version of this. I mean, a cooler colour. Like a darker kind of colour. But I tried a bunch of different pillars, and I just kind of really like these the most because the rest of them are a bit too skinny. We do have like nice thick pillars with the storm glass kind of expansion set, but I just didn't like it with this. Where are you, friendos? These things, huge things, which you can make into like you know, like it's like a 4-part foundation thingy. But I just didn't like them here, basically, because I could only fit like a quarter of it. Otherwise, the colour probably would work a little bit better. So there you go. That's the kind of the outside here. I'll do like a little fly round so you can see. So I kind of thought we'd have like a bit of a tent sort of vibe. And I was trying to avoid kind of edges, sharp edges, harsh like corners and stuff like that. I'll show you inside in a second, my friends. So this is like the side of it. It's got these really nice like market windows that you could close. Hello? There you go. But I quite like them open. Kind of adds a bit of something. And then I put just some like triangles here with some crenellations just to kind of, and a hops plant just to kind of give it a bit more kind of colour. There you go. I'll show you the roof. I think any kind of like build in this game is not complete really if you don't have a map either nearby, and ideally I always like to be able to put a map on the roof if I'm not going to kind of build up some kind of long pokey pointy kind of roof situation. So we do have a kind of a working roof that has a map room on it, which we learnt on stream. We've got some of these like braziers. These are like den braziers, dregs braziers. I've never seen these before. I will try and show you as much as possible. There you go. I don't know where these are, where these have come from. I do get given things from the bazaar, from Funcom periodically, so, you know, full disclosure, and I'll always tell you what I think about it. So sometimes things I just have them and I don't realise where I've got them from. I know that's such a privilege and I sound really, like, entitled, but it's, you know, I'm just giving you information. There you go. We've got this, like, Zamorian chair situation here, a throne, and some skylights, because I love the skylight in this game. Or any game really, because I like to have kind of like functional bit of lighting. So let's go in. Which way should we go in? Should we go in this way? Let's go in this way. Hello people joining us, welcome everybody. Just a modest dwelling, yeah, just a modest dwelling, absolutely. I said I was going to go fancy. 50 streams left, goodness me. Ones that are Greek look nice with the blue and white. I have used those insides, Darth, spoiler alert. I just thought I wanted the thicker pillars, basically. I tried all the different ones, yeah. Combination of cylindrical shapes gives me a bit of Star Warsy vibe. Yeah. Combination at the top reminds me of the Serpent Tower in Conan the Barbarian. Does it? Nicer than my castle in Northern Lake, there you go. Hello. So there you go, I'll show you inside. Now, I do like a grand home in this game. And I like a bit of a kind of, how do I say, courtyard, question mark? So we have, one of the reasons we have the skylights is we have a couple of like gardens over here, because with living settlements we have friendos who were going to wander around. I put a picture of exactly this view on the Discord before the stream. We have friendos who will wander around and find a seat to sit in and have a break from their work, and I thought it'd be nice to have a nice garden here. Now in this exact location I built something with, I think, a dual. Did I have 2 gardens? I think I might have had 2 gardens. Was it 1 garden? It might have been 1 garden. I think it was 1 garden. Anyway, there you go. So this was kind of inspired by my previous place that I had here, but different, obviously, like build pieces. You can see like the insides of these like tent things. When these pieces first came out, this thing right here in front of me, the walls, the kind of rounded things, they didn't clip particularly well, and so this is the first time I've actually properly used them. These are like those aren't foundations, those are just ceiling pieces. There you go. But it does give you a bit more of a kind of a interesting shape to your building. I just moved our sacrificial stone in here. So we have like symmetrical kind of like gardens on either side with some natural light coming in. These are just all base game kind of plants, decorative plants. We've got like a berry bush, aloe, another different berry bush. This is the Corinthian stuff from the bazaar, which I haven't used before. Some lotus flowers, just decorative thingies. Khitan braziers from the Khitan DLC. And then a cluster of different flowers. These were from the bazaar. So we've got like lavender, roses, and a lemon tree. I don't know. I think the lemon tree might have been like the final thing on a battle pass before. I hope they give all that stuff that was in previous battle passes to people in the game. Like, give it to people in a bundle or something, you know? Some nice digs to live in, that's it, yeah. I don't always do, like, a really grand build, but sometimes I like to, and whenever I get a chance to, I do. So you see our smelters just sitting here. Then we've got an Argosian fountain in the centre, which is functional. You can drink from it. One of my favourite fountains. And I have mentioned this once before, but I do like the trick of putting, kind of hiding a little lamp inside. So I've got here, one there, and one there. You can just about see a little lamp inside, just so that it like gives us a bit of light from the fountain itself. There you go. So you can surround it with plants and stuff. I might do more things. I mean, I probably haven't fully finished furnishing it yet. This will kind of evolve as we go along. Here's the kind of exactly symmetrical like mirror of the other one. There you go. Some nice little seats and stuff. We've got these fountains. These are from the Mitra religion. I just kind of like them as functional statues that give us some benefits. These are like arcane, what do you call them? These are my favourite banners. Large arcane banner. There you go. Really like them because they're red. I just like red. There you go. So they... Okay. Now, I'll show you this side. We have some stairs here, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to chuck some little beds under the stairs. And then I kind of ended up building it out, and I just added... You see the stairs end here. I just added some of these curved walls, which go onto squares quite nicely, and some doors. So this could be like a sleeping area for our living settlement friendos, and a little sign to tell people to be quiet in here, because it's obviously just for sleeping. So you've got one of those either side. I did this just before the stream, these little things. So you've got these little like compartments that people are taking advantage of so they can have a bit of a rest. And you can see, yes, we do have these big Argosian pillars, which are also modular. One, this is the bottom piece, and then middle piece, middle piece, middle piece, and then the top piece from the Argosian DLC, which is lovely and has had an expansion that comes into the bazaar every now and again. So I'll show you this side, this entrance, which you kind of saw a little bit earlier. Same kind of vibe, basically, as the other side. I did have it a bit different on this side, and I didn't like it. It had some kind of like bits coming out here and bits coming out here, and I ended up changing it. So there you go. So this is our entrance from this side of the building. Nice places for people to sit down underneath the banners and whatnot, contemplate their lives and how great they have it in my house. Here you go. And then I moved all our kind of basic early game workbenches in here. This is like armor tannery, saddler, all that stuff has just been moved over here. And then on this wing, we've got carpenter's bench, artisan table, dryers, and then some of these like specialist storage boxes that have been in the battle pass in the past. I presume they put these, if they don't already put them in the bazaar periodically, then I hope they do, because it'd be silly not to give people the opportunity to buy them. And just some storage for our chemical stuff. These are base game. Then we got the fireball cauldron, alchemist bench, grinder, fluid press, a couple of smelters. The only difference really is I've added an extra smelter since earlier. Then we've got a metalworking and mining boxes. Again, they were from the battle pass before. And then a tinker's bench, our casting table, and our blacksmith bench. And so this is our like kind of workshop, which I do really like, because it's kind of open and airy, because you can kind of see down into the garden. Can I just, there you go. You can kind of see down there and whatnot. It's very kind of brown, isn't it? But I do like it. It's a pain to build, always dealing with frostbite. Yes, I mean, definitely eat some warming foods if you're going to build somewhere cold. These are kind of arcane cabinets. I always forget where these are. Are they building pieces? Oh, friendos. They're not in statues. Where are they again? Some of the naming conventions, so they should really be in decorations and storage, shouldn't they? But they're not. Cabinets and shelves. There you go. Oh, I'm going to have to use these pantries that we've got in our like cooking area. Here you go, arcane curio cabinets. It's one of my favourites. Again, it has the kind of the red thing. It goes with the banners and stuff. And it's just like fancy kind of chest situation. There you go. So that's the like upstairs workshop. And then now people in the Discord will have seen me writing about trying to put a freaking elevator there, because I was trying to have an elevator going from down there up to there. I tried every possible like permutation. I added more pillars, I removed ceiling pieces, I added ceiling pieces. I did everything I could possibly think of to try to get an elevator to work here going down to the ground floor, and it just wouldn't. It couldn't find an end location. I'm assuming it's too tall for it, which is kind of crazy because it never used to be too high for a lift. I tried fast elevators, normal elevators, tried it placing it with the crafting hammer, tried crafting an actual elevator and placing it. None of it worked. So there you go. Oh dear me. Needs more guards to be ocean safe. That's it. It's a mall mezzanine. Yeah, it's a mezzanine. Doesn't help that much since I have to swim to the bottom of the foundation. Like, I see. There you go. So yes, you've seen upstairs. Here's our like little fountain friendo and whatnot. And then we're back on the roof. So there you go. Very functioning kind of like building. And Lou is just waiting for me patiently on the roof here. I did mention I was going to do it in creative mode because I have spent 8,000 hours in this game, much of it hitting rocks and giving myself RSI. So when I do a playthrough, quite often I like to do a big fancy building in creative mode just to kind of like have the fun, enjoy myself, and maybe show you what you can do if you're completely new to the game or whatever. So there you go. If you have any questions about it, what did I use for this, that, and the other? Oh, this is from the Stable DLC, by the way. These, so none of this is modded, by the way. I have quality of life mods on my game, but I don't have any building mods whatsoever at all. So all of this is like completely, vanilla. These I like because they're from the Stable DLC, and they give you these kind of like hay-covered foundations. They also have these like wooden ones as well. These floor pieces are Aquilonian, pillars are Aquilonian, these are Argosian, these fences are Argosian from the Argosian DLC. There you go. Not paid to tell you all that. This is just the stuff I wanted to use for this particular building. And there you go. They have so elevators have a 32 level max limit. I don't know why it wouldn't place. Isn't that crazy? I was very busy yesterday, people. Very busy. Yep. I have to say, I do find building this game to be very kind of comfy and relaxing and therapeutic. So I did really enjoy myself. So yes, I have heard that the Liu Fei quest is actually broken at the moment, which is very sad because they've just fixed so many things in the game and it's annoying that something is newly broken. There are 2 items you have to collect for his quest. I'm not going to say what they are. I'm not going to give any more details because some of you don't want to know. But there's a couple of things we have to collect for like the next phase of things. And both of them that we have to harvest are apparently not spawning. So I will try to do it on stream. And then what we'll do is we'll spawn in those items so we can continue with the quest line. Because I have asked them and I have no idea when they're actually going to be fixed. So there you go. Oh, there you are. So that's the build. That's the kind of like setup. I moved all this stuff over here. Now, normally when I build something, I like things to connect to each other. And then I like to, how do I say this? How do I articulate this better? So normally I like to kind of extend from one building to another and then kind of like link them up and then break them so that if I ever at any point need to kind of fit things close to each other, I don't have like an awkward situation. However, the important thing for me was I really wanted the entrance for this side to line up nicely with this kind of like opening here. So I kind of messed around a bunch, and in the end this is what I preferred to do because I just think I wanted it to look nice from this side. So I kind of placed these foundations first. And then because of that, in order to kind of like make it feel like look slightly better, I removed everything from this side, put it over there so that this kind of line here, like items, we've got kind of stables and animal pen and various things over there. I put them there just so that this kind of like continued a bit more and it just looks a little bit better, kind of like, very minor thing, but there you go. So I'm going to keep this as it is, and I'm going to build this up as like a cooking area and like, market kind of thing. Put the improved stove there when we've crafted it and have our cooks and things and have it all like open air and whatnot. There you go. Ooh. Were those crenellated wall pieces in place when you tried to place the elevator? They would stop you from placing it. Place the elevator, then the walls? No, they were not. They were not. So I literally tried everything, Kevin. These were only put here at the very end once I gave up and decided to put stairs down to here. Because these crenellations were here. So I had these here, and then I had like removed all of this back here. I tried so many different things, made it so that the how do I call it? Foundations matched there to there. Relogged, restarted the entire game. What do I say? Yeah, so no, I tried everything. I removed all of these, and the only thing that would clip really easily was the horizontal elevator. I never used to have this problem in the past, and I remember kind of maybe when we did the pyramid build kind of playthrough, which was I think chapter 2 Age of War, I had the same problem trying to place an elevator. So I don't know what it is. The carpet wasn't there, no. So I mean, everything has been there and then not been there. I've tried all the different permutations. So I don't know what it is. Happy to take any kind of suggestions or advice if anyone's had this issue and managed to resolve it. Because the other option obviously is to have a lift kind of leading off from the side or something, you know, just kind of like sticking out from somewhere else. But I didn't want to. I wanted to have it there in this little spot. And because of the shape that because of the shape the building is, it happens to kind of reasonably make sense to have this stairs going up. So it is functioning. But I did want to put a lift there. Did you try asking help from Carty? Calendros to the corner, please. Calendros to the corner. That's outrageous. Terrible jokes. Okay. So there you go. We got a base. Right. Now we've finished that piffle paffle. Let me get out of creative modes. I'm not in any special modes. Time isn't frozen. Yada, yada, yada. Everything is normal. And we're back. So we're going to continue as if nothing else has happened. Now, because I built that in creative mode, I haven't leveled at all from doing it. And so we're just kind of going to resume as we were. I guess we're going to climb up and speak to Liu Fei. Let's do that first. But yeah, today, basically, I want to speak to Liu Fei, and then I want to kind of show you what I would do for level 60 prep. I want to show you where I would harvest all the kind of materials for my level 60 benches, because we're going to be doing that kind of next. I'll show you like my harvester build, where to go and harvest for the most kind of efficient harvesting, how to harvest using sorcery, and whatnot. And we're going to try and remember. I'm going to remember all the bits and bobs this time. So when anyone remembers the last playthrough, I completely forgot all the bits I needed for doing that. It was a pain in the butt. And then after that, we're going to try to get the items for Liu Fei, because once we do that stage, we don't want to use sorcery anymore, because I don't want one of his perks. There you go, being vague so I don't spoil anything for you. There you go. Then we might do some bosses, NPC camp stuff, and look for crafters. There you go. Wonderful. So let's speak to Liu first. We might speak to Freya as well. Let's speak to Liu Fei first. He just wants to be on the roof right now. He's admiring my handiwork. Wait, I'm not going to be able to get up there. Hold on. Get my stamina up. So I have no points in grit right now. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned, I'll mention when we get up here. Hold on a second. My absolute cardinal rule. So when I'm building anything other than just a little hovel, so if I'm just placing foundations down like that, I don't really care. But if I build anything else, and particularly anything of this size, as soon as I start, I respec for structural integrity. I did mention this the other day. This is a fantastically useful perk. Once you get to like level 20, 21, I think, you can max out your expertise. You'll need to respec using a potion of bestial memory. You can get one of those for free quite often in the entrance of the dregs in the first pool. Dive down in a box, there's a potion of bestial memory. You can drink that any time of the game. You can go craft one of those in your alchemist bench. And where else have we seen a potion of bestial memory? Sometimes you get them from like demon bosses. What else? I forget now. There's somewhere else that I've mentioned to you on stream. So there you go. So you respec using a potion of bestial memory. We're going to do that today, so I'll show you anyway. And then put all your points in expertise so that you've got structural integrity, so that you get structures, so that structures have 25% more stability when you place them. This is really, really good because even after you respec, the structure maintains the extra stability. And this means you have to use far fewer pillars or walls or things to kind of like give stability to your build. It is a godsend when you come to do a roof. Trust me. So there you go. So I will be respecking, but we'll do it using actually the potion today. All right, let's speak to Liu. Have I got voice back on? There we go. I had to mute him because he just wanted to... His like creepy voice was going on permanently. You want to say something?
There is no time to tarry. The blood you acquired is but one of the ingredients required to seal away the demon.
Okay, what else must be procured?
The ingredients are powerful and will be difficult to obtain. We will need the eyes of innocence, the horn of an ancient rhino, brimstone, and the heart of a hero.
Okay. I already have a note of these. So just so you know, this item here and this item here are these are the two things that are currently not being dropped in the game that should be dropped. So currently, unless you already have these in a box, you won't be able to complete Liu Fei's quest. So we're going to try to get them, see if it is working for us in single player. Funcom are aware of this and they're working on it. I don't know how long it's going to be though. So we're going to try and get them kind of legitimately in the game. If we can't, I'm going to spawn them in. I'll tell you how we would have gotten them, just so that we can actually progress his quests. Otherwise, what are we going to do? You know, there you go. Oh, I'm not going to breathe. Heart of a Hero, though, we get from mini bosses in the Unnamed City, the entrance to the Wine Cellar dungeon, places like that. All of those bosses that drop, that wear the Silent Legion armor that's in my gear guide video. They also drop a Heart of a Hero. It has a 40-minute timer, decay timer on it. Bear that in mind. The Eyes of Innocence we get from baby creatures around the map. Like, yes, baby creatures that you can just click E on to pick up. They have like a 10-minute... Is it 10-minute cooldown, I think, a decay time. So we probably want to get those last, or get those from the jungle near Liu Fei. Ancient Rhino Horn we have to get from a tier 3 Rhino. And then Brimstone, you only need one piece of Brimstone. You can get that from Shattered Springs, Sinner's Refuge, Cave, early game if you want to, or, you know, may just already have a piece. We've already got a bit of Brimstone. So there you go. Okay. So we have to just grab those. Wait, so did I have the option? Do I have to say do I have to tell him I'm going to give them to him at once? Let me just check, people. I love that he's just on my roof. Is he still there? Still there.
There is no time. The ingredients are powerful.
Okay, yeah. So we didn't need to say anything. All right, mate.
We will need the eyes
yeah.
of innocence.
Appreciate you.
The horn of an ancient rhino.
Thank you for your call.
Brimstone.
It's important to us. Oh, it's peaceful. Lovely. Excellent. Oh, Eyes decay time has increased to 24 hours, was it? Oh, good. That's good. Staying away from the internet will nurture Eyes of Innocence. Exactly, it will. Any baby animal, that's it. There you go. Okay, it's been extended. There you go. This game makes me feel pregnant, but in a good way. Possibly the strangest comment I've seen this month. Demon mob in the wild, yes. Okay, so we've spoken to him. So let's do some harvesting now, okay? And then, because I want to show you some sorcery, and then I'm not going to use sorcery after we kind of do the next stage of the quest, basically. So, we're going to respec first. Let's do our respec. We'll go make a potion of bestial memory. Put this over here. Alright. So let's go respec in our new... let's bring Leon with us, shall we? Come on, mate. Make yourself useful. Bum bum ba-dum. Do 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 do. Right, so what we want to do is craft a potion of bestial memory in our alchemist bench. I happen to have pulled the ingredients in here already, but you need a water-filled glass flask, 3 yellow lotus blossoms, and 3 blood in a basic alchemist bench. Recipes generally get cheaper once you upgrade your benches in general, and you're looking for the word precision, by the way, for alchemist benches if you want better kind of crafting costs. So there you go, we'll craft one of those and then we'll drink it. and that will reset our attribute points. Now, obviously I could have like just clicked on this one, but I wanted to kind of show you how I would do it legitimately. So we're going to do harvesting build. So I want to do expertise. I want to max this out to beast of burden. So generally speaking, if you're going to build like a big base, you want final hit when harvesting grants twice as many resources to get the most harvesting yield possible. If you're looking for some kind of like rare items, like volatile glands or gold or silver, things like that, or ash from harvesting obsidian in the volcano, then careful harvest is better because you're twice as likely to gather rare resources when harvesting. So we're going to go for this efficient harvest, generally speaking. There we go. We'll pick up this expertise on the way. Harvest resource nodes twice as fast. Fully recommend that if you're doing a lot of harvesting. And then we're going to choose beast of burden. So when over encumbered, you dodge and move at full speed. It's a godsend, and all the loot goblins here know about it already. Here you go. So then we're going to kind of distribute our points. So we want a bit of stamina. We want some vitality. And I'm just going to do this kind of gradually. A little bit of agility so I can dodge well. A bit of strength because I'm not using agility weapons at the moment. Combo master. Combo finishers deal 20% more damage. Now, obviously, when I'm level 60, I'll have some more points. And some more... How much health do I have? 300. So I'm probably going to go for a bit more grit. There you go. Increase my armor by a fifth of my current stamina. So when I'm over encumbered, my stamina is going to be a bit different. I'm going to use more stamina, so I'm going to just put a bit more there. Then we're going to go for a bit more vitality. There you go. We'll go faster healer. And then more points in... Oh, people. Probably strength. Let's just put a bit more in strength. There you go. So this is going to be our harvesting build for today. I will do variations of this when I'm fully spec'd and when I've got my final kind of favorite weapons, whatever. But for now, this is what we're going to use because we're going to be using like a strength weapon here, this doom hammer. Okay. All right, because yeah, Leon's going to protect us and whatnot. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, we're going to do some legitimate, like regular harvesting, but I'm going to show you how to use coal resources using our staff. Shape raw forces, I think. I'm not going to do it. Frozen bridge. So we're going to need to be 20% corrupted to do that. Now, if you have picked up any... if you've picked up any kind of weapons or armor that say cursed on them, when you equip those, you'll usually get about 40 to 50% corrupted, which will be fine for casting certain spells. Some of the spells you do in this game in sorcery, you need to be quite heavily corrupted. I haven't picked up any weapons. There are certain weapons like from the Warmaker dungeon. There's a helmet, like a black feather helm you get from the Unnamed City. If you wear that, it will immediately give you about 40 to 50% corruption. And later in the game, I usually end up with those, and I'll kind of take those and put them in a box because they kind of come in handy. But for this purpose, what we're going to do is we're just going to do some soul draining. Invite people to the spa, what I really mean. So I've got some flasks. I've got some pouches for doing my coal resources. I've got my staff. What else do I need, people? I need the actual bench. So I'll show you both ways. We'll do the sorcery option, and we'll also do like a regular harvesting kind of option without sorcery. Let me take the bench with me. So if I demolish that with my hammer, it should give me all the mats back. So I should have everything back again. We can double check. There you go. You see I have the mats back. It's 100 iron bars, 600 stone, and a torch. Not too bad to kind of get in the wild if you forget it, as I have definitely never done. When you've travelled halfway across the map. There you go, so we're going to use that.
Softly Starbird just subscribed for 34 months.
Starbird.
Hello, Anna and Fuendo's glad to be back in Cozy Conan.
Hello, Starbird. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 34 months. Thank you, lovely. Thank you. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I'm happy to be back in Conan too. So we want the best kind of harvesting tool we can possibly use at the moment. We've got this pickaxe, which is doing pretty well for us. It's got like a regular tool upgrade kit on it. Let's see the best. Now, do I have an Acaronian pick? I I have an Acheronian pick. If we went to like Mounds of the Dead, we would like probably get a pickaxe or something from a box, wouldn't we? Let me just see what the best thing you can craft at 57 is these days. I can now craft and repair my pickaxe. There's my hardened steel. I can make star metal tools. So I haven't gotten any star metal yet. That's the only thing. But if I pick one up, I can repair it now, which is good. We definitely need hardened steel and above if we're going to harvest star metal. So I might just craft a hardened steel one if I have the materials. So I don't think I have... I think I have a bit... Oh yeah, I've got like 18 star metal we've just picked up from enemies. That's a shame. Yeah, we could get some of that first, but I do have 2 times harvesting on, and, you know, I'll show you all that later. Okay, so hardened steel pick. Do I really not have any hardened steel? In that case, so we'll do the coal resources where the star metal is, I guess. Because I can use that. I don't have any star metal. Okay, so we're just going to take our Acheronian pick in that case. That we picked up from a box. And then I'll see if I can make an upgrade kit. Using this little bit of hardened steel. In my Tinker's Bench. Let me just check I've learnt them all. So, survival. Just learn all these mods. Weapons. There we go. So now we can make advanced upgrades. How much is the advanced tool upgrade kit? There we go. We can make that. All right. So let's make that. And we'll put that on our Acheronian pick. Advanced tool upgrade kit. Wait. Oh, it's damaged? And we can't repair it. That's annoying, isn't it? So what I might do then is just make another pickaxe, actually. Interesting. Okay. Make another one of those and we'll just do an advanced upgrade kit on it. Strange. Okay. So now I've got... Let's leave that one in there because it's not as good. This one is now upgraded with an advanced tool upgrade kit. There you go. So we'll use that for harvesting. Okay. So we would do the same basically if you wanted to get like hides and things like that. We would need a bunch of tar, but we already have loads of tar because we've been skinning everything left, right and centre. Sickle for a bunch of plant fibre. We're going to be fine for that. So we're really just going to focus on like metals and stuff, I think. Am I forgetting anything, friendos? I don't think so. So let's head to God's Claw Passage first. And then we'll do the corrupted harvesting up at Mounds, I guess. Am I forgetting anything? Does anyone remember? It's your amnesty, people. Hello, Fighter. Hello, lovely. Been busy with work. Been well. Hope you've been well too. All right. Yes, all right. Getting by. Just about. I'm glad you're well, friendo. Just logged into Conan to check the time on my stored eyes. I can confirm the timer is 24 hours. Perfect. I'm glad for that. There you go. Eyes of Innocence last for 24 hours. Perfect. Okay. Let's take our faithful steed with us. See, I've got like a bunch of pouches. I'm taking no like chances today, people. Okay. I've got some flasks. I think that's all I need, isn't it? Let me just make my... Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, one flask. We're going to be fine. I'm so paranoid because last time we did this, I just totally forgot all the things. And sometimes when I'm tired, I just forget stuff. There you go. So we got what we need. I think we're good. All right, let's go up to God's Claw Passage. And he's going to be our kind of friendo. Now, I do need a sandstorm breathing mask. Because we're going to go to the Brimstone Lake. Do I have anything like that? I don't think so. Have I learnt it? Don't think so. There are some legendaries you can pick up that do that. So let's learn the sandstorm breathing mask. This one here. Level 30 you need to be for that one.
Hello there.
Hello there. Here we go. Let's pull the mats in. We'll craft one. So we need light padding and 45 steel in this bench. And then with any armor piece, I always just put a armor reduction kit on it just to make it lighter every single time for everything. So we have a shield right, which means we've got more armor value than normal, but this is not a piece of armor. It's just a functional utility item, really. There you go. Let's put a bit of armor reduction kit on it. So I like to do that because then I can just carry it in my inventory and not think too much about the weight of it. So I can just have these like utility things with me. Okay, so we have our pickaxe. We'll take some repair kits for the pickaxe while we're out and about. We've got a breathing mask. Let's go. Sweet. Hello, hello. I'm behind in the YouTube video. Did we lose expendable Eric? Whilst expendable has not been lost. He is here. He's very happy. He's like, he just got the good life. He just sits here and just enjoys the view of the animals on the savannah and thinks about the sunburn he's experiencing. There you go. I will upload more to the YouTube channel soon, friendos, over the next few days. All right, shall we? Now we do have a map room. Should we use our map room for the first time? That's kind of cool. Let's go. I showed you where to learn map rooms in the Unnamed City, in the Archivist. I showed you like what ingredients you needed. You need to make corrupted stone. You make that in your alchemy bench, and then we just placed it here. So each of these like little stones here represent the obelisks that we have clicked on around the map, and the lights should pop up. They don't always, do they? Why is that, people? It did for a second, didn't it? What is going on here? So sometimes people... There you go, there's one. Sometimes people place radium torches around this. I showed you those, I think, last stream. Radium torches basically give you an opportunity to put a dye in them, so you can have a light, the colour that you choose, to kind of represent it. So if sometimes the light doesn't kind of come up, there you go. Then it's quite handy. Now that's the one for Shattered Springs. We're going to go to the across the Bridge of the Betrayer. Let me think about this. Where am I going? We're going to go to the Bridge of the Betrayer, and we're going to harvest. This is the volcano one over here. Okay, let's go. Do I have everything I need? I don't have any warming food, but we're only going to go really quickly across. Yeah, there you go. We're fine. Disposable Desmond. There you go. Had a huge in-depth conversation with an AI about stuff, and honestly, I think I'm going to fire my therapist. It was healing, really. Oh, in depth. Yeah. Well, good for you. Okay. So we're just going to go across the bridge. We're going to get very, very cold. It's going to hurt. But because we have enough HP and we have a mount, we can make it across here as long as we just go straight across. See the temperature just dropping on my HUD there. Minus 33, minus 36, minus 38, minus 42. Extremely cold. When we get to frostbite, we take loads more damage much more quickly. But if you keep going and you've got a mount, you can get across. Extremely cold, and it should go down to very cold and then normal. Very cold. Once you get down to very cold, you stop taking damage from it. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I guess is it as interesting to watch me hit rocks? So basically, I would come over here and I would just start harvesting. Now, if you're going to do like a big building or something like that, then you want to hit both the stones and the iron, obviously. And for your level 60 benches, you will need a bunch of hardened brick. You'll need insulated wood. Hardened brick you obviously craft in your furnace. It's bricks. So stones turned into bricks, and then what is it called? Not sloughing fluid. Stone consolidant. There you go. So you need a bunch of iron. You'll need brimstone. You'll need steel fire. So you'll need tar to turn the brimstone into steel fire. There you go. So we would just like hit a bunch of these, and I would walk all the way along, hitting these, and all the way back again. And I've got beast of burden, so I can move at full speed when I'm over encumbered. And I'm already over encumbered. Let's deal with this guy. So is he on attack? Nothing. He might be. So you can see why I gave myself extra stamina. Because whilst over encumbered, I do use more stamina kind of more quickly. Right, let me put you on aggressive and chase. There you go. Beautiful. And then this guy's going to carry stuff for me. Okay. So, yes. I don't know how much of this I'm going to actually harvest. We'll get a bit more, and then we'll head up to mounds. I don't want to take too much, because I want to be able to ride the horse. But this is basically where I would usually do my, like, main harvesting for any kind of building. God's Claw Passage up here. And this is why I would attune the obelisk over on the other side of the bridge, because then you can just teleport here directly and then return home. There you go. Refundable Frank. Oh no. Replaceable Raymond. I looked at the rest of the bridge and they're like, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, because we're also going to get brimstone as well. I used to, when I was building a new like base and things, when I was doing purge chasing and building a new base once a week, I would harvest like 100,000 stone, which is a lot, isn't it? And I would use a black blood pick with an oil of bounty on it back in the days when you could repair those black blood weapons. I did tools. I did show you where to get those if you want them. They're up at Binyak and Seal up there. But I would just use, once I can make star metal, I just use star metal. And then if you really want to, you could make obsidian tools instead of the blood, black blood, because they are repairable, the obsidians. Okay, so just get these. As much as you need a bunch of that. Okay. Just do this by weight. I'm going to leave the bark behind. There we go. Now, the nice thing about this place is not only is there a huge amount of stone and iron, but just over the way, there's a huge amount of wood as well. And back in the day, you had to harvest these northern trees to get resin. You don't need that anymore. You can get resin from any type of tree. Did I not bring any food? There's always something, isn't there? I guess we're just going to eat this. Okay. So I would just get a bunch of bark, wood and resin. Obviously this is a pickaxe, so this gives me the benefits of both the pick and hatchet. But I would usually do a pick when I'm looking for bark and resin, and I would use hatchet for branches and wood. Just get a bit more of this. We're going to need the bark. If you don't have a bunch of tar already, you will need a lot of bark in order to process all the hides that you get. And I would recommend going to the savannah where we live with your best skinning knife, with a tool upgrade kit, and just clearing out the whole savannah. Maybe miss out the boss. The bosses. There are a couple of bosses, depending on your level and your gear. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Bit of that. Okay. All right. So now if we wanted to use our... Okay, level 58. We'll do some more strength. If we wanted to use our coal resources here, we would need to arrive here with 20% corruption already. Or we could go to a nearby NPC camp and just do some soul draining. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be traveling around like very heavily corrupted. I just want to kind of do the thing with the corruption and then kind of leave because we're very vulnerable like that. So let's head to Mounds. And we'll do some draining of... offer the pop-up salon. What is it we're saying, people? So let's get on a horse. There you go. Watch your videos on YouTube, learn to use jump and roll, and now use it unconsciously. It is so addictive, isn't it? I'm glad you know how to use it now, yeah. It is very addictive. I feel like a hamster, kind of constantly rolling. So you can go all the way along here and get a bunch of, like, a huge amount of stone and iron. There's also Iron Breaker Ridge near Sapamaru, if you want that. There isn't quite as much iron there, really. Over here, near this kind of area, Iron Breaker Ridge. Around here, there's a bunch of iron and stone. A bit more iron here, so I like it a bit better. Also, just a bunch of places around the north, around the Highlands, that have like clusters of iron as well. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. See, just so much more iron up north compared to down by Noob River. Any reason to leave, really, because it's so beautiful. So we're going to head down to... Not to Shatter Springs. We're going to go to Mounds. We'll try and get some star metal. Then we'll go to Brimstone Lake. Dun, dun, dun. We should probably do Brimstone Lake first, really, because there's a boss there who I would usually fight. Hey ho. Okay. Now, we haven't done, like, a bunch of things yet. There's a bunch of, like, dungeons we haven't done yet. A bunch of NPC camps. There's only so much I can fit in, like, to each kind of stream, really. But we'll do all those things. If I was gonna... When I go around Mounds of the Dead, I will not go with a harvesting build. I will go with my fighter build. So we will do that soon. But yeah, we're going to go to Mounds, and we will meet a couple of people at Mounds, because we will need to invite them to our, like, pop-up salon. Get some soul draining going. Oh, deep tissue mani pedi spa day. There you go. Perfect. Thank you for that. How does pickaxe decide what items to drop from a resource? So there are certain things. How do I say this? So a pick will give you... So different tools will just give you different amounts of items, and you can really just look up the numbers. I have 2 times harvesting on, so it does slightly affect it, and it is on our server as well. But a hatchet will generally give you a lot of different things. You're harvesting from creatures and things like that. But there are specific things that you'll get from a hatchet from trees, or for a pick from trees. You'll get different resources. And then, you know, cleaver for getting meat from creatures, the most amount of meat from creatures. Skinning knife to get the most amount of skin, hide from creatures. So there you go. It's just already coded in, basically. So there you go. And then you'll get increased numbers of all those things if you use a higher tier version of that tool. And then even more yield if you use a tool upgrade kit that you can craft in your Tinker's Bench or loot from around the map. So this is Mount of the Dead. We haven't done this yet. Now, normally, like regular viewers will know, normally I come here on like day 2 or 3 and get myself a Sumerian Berserker. We haven't done that this time because I think it's important that I kind of mix it up a little bit. My own sanity as much as yours, if you're like a regular. So first thing to do really when you go somewhere dangerous is to attune the obelisk, especially if you're on a server and there's a bunch of maps around the place, because then you can use someone else's map. So now if we get into trouble, we don't have to ride all the way up here, all the way up to here from this place where we live. We can just teleport using our map room from home. So there you go. Oh, there is also a recipe, isn't there? I always forget to click on that. One sec, peeps. I always try to get out of the corruption as quickly as possible, but actually we do want to be corrupted because we're going to be doing some harvesting using corruption. But it will take quite a while for us to get sufficiently corrupted from this. There you go, Specialist Brewing 2. Alright. So, we're going to go pick off some friendos. I'm kind of tempted to put down a wheel and get a Berserker while we're here. We may as well. Should we do that? I was going to give him... I do have iron already. I've got that for my sacrificial thingy. So let's just cook up a little bit of iron over here. Smithing. We'll have some cooking so we can make a wheel. And then we'll get ourselves a berserker. Now, again, I've mentioned before, if you place down something, if you put a placeable on the ground, and you don't have any foundations underneath it, it's not connected to your house or anything, this will go in like an hour. Or it'll decay in an hour, and then someone can steal your items. It's just the way the game's set up. So we need some iron and some stone, don't we? Da-dun. So let's cook this up. Oh, I got a bit of coal. 12. I guess that's probably going to be enough. So we'll do this just so we can make a wheel. And then we'll capture a friendo. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put down our sacrificial spar. I do need 600 stone now. Hold on, wait. There we go. There we go. So we'll place this down. We'll get some souls so that we can corrupt ourselves. That's really only why. But we'll keep the souls because we need those for corrupting attributes and stuff later on. Go for Delincia, yes. It's most common for Delincia to path around the Westmount so you can take the place of Berserker spawn. I do have a guide to all the Delincia spawns on my YouTube channel. And I don't think it's changed. The only difference is now, on what I lovingly refer to as the Circle of Death, you can also get a jailer in place of the Delincia. Apart from that, that guide is still correct. There you go. Hi, Squeaky. Oh, you want me to open the door? Oh, 1 second. The creature calls. Okay, the beast has been freed. Ooh. She does like a little bark when I let her out as if to say, thank you. Quite sweet. That's not Leonil. It could be Leonil. Is it Leonil? When have we... No, it's not Leonil. I recognise her. Okay, let's put our little stone thing here. And hopefully I've remembered all the bits I need. Okay. And then, Leon, we're going to get you to stand out of harm's way. These guys hit very hard. Let me just put him over here out of the way. On the path. We're going to be going up there anyway. You two do me. Dun, 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 dun. Do I have everything? I've got my staff. I've got my pouches. I've got my glass flasks. I've got my little sacrificial situation. I need my truncheon. And I need my bindings. Would have been funny if I'd left those, wouldn't it? There you go. So normally I would suggest if you're like newer to the game, just come up here corrupted if you're going to be doing this. Because these guys hit very, very hard. And I'm going to be relying on, like, my ability to dodge and stuff like that. I don't want to be over-encumbered when I do this, because my stamina is going to be affected by it. This is how I'm spec'd currently. This is obviously for harvesting. So I'm going to try and just get the interest of one of these enemies at a time. And then invite him to our salon. Sir? Beautiful. He's a very willing participant. He's very keen. So we're going to leave that one there. Now, obviously, the more we do this, the more corrupted we get, the less health we're going to have, the less stamina we're going to have. So we'll leave him in there. He should be safe in that. Can we check if you're Leonil? I don't think you are. Fun fact, I did see a Leonil on the previous playthrough when I was like here doing some research. And I was so annoyed because we hadn't seen her the whole playthrough. And then all of a sudden there she was. Hi, lady, would you like to come to the spa? That's fine, you can come down here first. Well then. One sec. That new stamina. Beautiful. Excellent. Another incredibly willing participant. Willing participant. Sir, please allow me to hit you with this truncheon to invite you to my proper spot. It's a persuasion stick. That's what it is. It's the stick of persuasion. So she can wait here whilst this gentleman has his treatment. Okay. Now, you do get quite a lot of corruption from just, like, very little. Let's put those in there. Very little the soul draining. I don't know how many we need. Maybe like 4 or something. So let's give it a go. All right, sir. How are you doing? Have you been on any holidays recently? Have you got any plans this evening? Probably best to cancel them. Ocean is almost at full health, but you charge your feminines at 90. There we go. Oh yeah, perfect. We only needed 1. That's great. We only needed like 20%. So we'll leave those in there and we'll collect those after. Perfect. I like it. Okay, let's grab our friendos. We're going to leave her there. She's just going to sleep that off. Neil always jumps down on you in my personal experience. I mean, it depends where you are, doesn't it, I guess? Okay. I mean, the AI is exactly the same, right? You know that. It's exactly the same. There you go. Hello, Walker. Interesting looking massage table. It's very interesting. It's not a massage treatment, you see. That's where people go wrong, Smokebeard. It's a very special, what did we say, people? Experimental treatment. Not many people have had the benefit of yet. And we're going to avoid those people. Now, Leonil can spawn over there. Delencia can spawn over there. And what else? The jailer is just an extra person. The jailer drops the key. You can use the key to open the cage. And because this is a high-level area, that person in the cage could be a good person worth having. Okay. So now that we're up here, we're going to look to see if we can find some star metal. And we're going to use our arcane staff to cast a spell to cull resources in an area of effect situation. And we're looking for smoke because they did bring back the smoke, friendos, which is no small thing as far as I'm concerned. We probably should have brought some bloody healing warming foods. Oh, she looks beautiful. Look at this. Now, is that not a face you wouldn't invite home to your mum? You know what I mean? So this is probably a good time, actually, to show you if I can find a spell. What is it? Make the unreal sense seem real to trick the 5 senses. Conceal the physical effects of corruption. There you go. Hey presto, and she's beautiful again. See? Not a sign of haggardness in sight. Excellent. There you go. So that's a good opportunity to mention that one. Right, let's look for some star metal. So that's the only thing I didn't bring is the freaking warming food, which is kind of annoying. We could pick some up at Mounds. I don't really want to like farm Mounds right now for some like warming food. I'm looking, I see some, I think. Mayhaps. Unless it's just a rock. So the reason we've come up here is because star metal will fall. whilst this is like an area where you're not going to be super, super cold, okay? It's just like regular temperature. Star metal will fall periodically along this ridge and in this kind of area up here, around this islet lake up here, and quite a bit kind of up here. But this is a good place, like, to get your first star metal kind of early game. You need some kind of explosive to crack the shell. And then you need to harvest the star metal itself. And you've got to have a hardened steel pick or higher to harvest the star metal itself. We should get to be extremely cold. We do have these boots, though. Yeah, they only give us 1 protection. I don't think we don't have enough cold protection for this. Bum, 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 bum. So I don't think there's any star metal here. Normally we would pop a warming food when we get past this little section. And then we could get like black... There's black ice over there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's keep looking for some black... there you go, extremely cold. Starting to take damage. And we go back down again before we leave that area. So we'll go around the other side over there. So meteor showers don't happen very reliably in single player. There are mods to kind of like counteract that and deal with it. Or you can run a command to make the star metal fall. On servers it seems to be much better. I have not had any issues on servers. It just happens periodically. But if you live up here, then you've got a decent, much better chance of just seeing the star metal fall and having the first crack at it, especially if you're on like a server or something. Do bear in mind, if you build somewhere where star metal falls, it will completely demolish your house over time. It's just going to smash it all to pieces. So yes, I do have on my base locations video a location in the snow where star metal will not break your building because it just doesn't fall in that exact spot. I don't see any freaking star metal, unfortunately. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Well, I can show you how to get some iron from here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's show you in this little spot, because this is good. We'll cast our spell. Let's wait till daytime so we can see what's happening. I have night on super quick for this very reason. So you'll see the moon flying through the sky in a second. Had a heck of a time finding a foal. They are 100% spawn over here in this kind of area. Where is it? G9. Just around this northern aqueduct. There's like 2 or 3 foals that spawn on cooldown every single time. And then also this island, question mark? I never know exactly which one. I think it's this island here. Just like this is like in the jungle. There's like some that spawn there. There's also some that spawn towards mounds, maybe here. I want to say like here-ish. There you go. Okay, night has passed, I think. So let's try and do some coal resources. So shape the raw forces of nature and reality. Escalate.
Hello there.
And then harvest and recall minerals in an area around a caster. Let's do it. There you go. So you're not going to get the absolute highest yield possible from doing coal resources. So a lot of people love it. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool kind of spell. I don't like being corrupted, generally speaking, so that's a negative. Let's do it again. Shape raw forces. Escalate. Harvest and recall minerals in an area. So the nice thing is it's getting all the things, isn't it? It's getting resin and bark and, you know, wood and things like that. But you will get more if you use your tools properly. It is good, though, because if you don't have a hardened steel pick yet, you can use this to harvest star metal if you can actually find it. If I stayed here long enough, the meteor shower would probably fall. I'm tempted to just kind of like trigger one with the admin commands. There we go. It's happening. You see it? Incoming. It's kind of cool. Make sure you're not right on the ridge. Armor from using admin command will strike. We'll strike her down. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Sweet. And none of it fell here by the looks of it. Which is wonderful. Do 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 do. Do do dun 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 dun. I would say 9 times out of 10, whenever I've come up here, there's always been meteors. There's one. Yay! Hooray. Let's get it. So let's do this. Use our little staff situation. So let me show you what I would do if I... So basically you want to bring... okay, yeah, climbing is probably not going to work for us because we don't have a lot of stamina. Basically you can shoot an explosive arrow at the actual thing itself. Or you can place an explosive jar and set it like off next to it, or you can use a demon fire orb, which we actually have back at base. Right, let's try this, see if we can do it from here. Don't think I want to do it here. Wait a sec. I'll be able to see the stones that spawn in. Shape the raw forces of nature and reality. Escalate. Catch one. And then harvest and recall minerals in an area around the caster. So should get that one. Yep. And it should harvest that. It should just be a bit of a delay. There you go. There you go. We got our first star metal. So star metal you need to put in a furnace with black ice and brimstone in order to smelt it. There you go. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Sweet. Now, I would really wish I brought some warming foods. Should we check if we see if we can get some from these people here? Because that'd be kind of handy. There's always something I forget. I feel like a right idiot. Attack all enemies. Let's do it. I'm going to use my daggers probably. So jailer, armorer tier 1, fighter. Ian is a good fighter. There you go, nice man. Ooh. No, we've got the armor buff. Sumerian Feast. Sumerian Feast. Let's see if there's anything we can swap his armor for. So we got some more boots. 340, 322. Doesn't make much difference. 158, 105. Honey bread is not a warming food, unfortunately. No one in the cage. No warm food there. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. I'm standing on the star metal node on the side of the mountain and having to grab the wall after you broke it. I just used to stand on the actual node itself and then just shoot something at my feet. I used to place like a foundation under my feet and then place like explosive jars. My favourite thing is to use the explosive arrows because you only need like 5 or something on you. They don't weigh very much. You can just keep them on you all the time. And then if you run into a star metal node, you can just harvest it right there and then. So I think we're going to ride up actually to the lake because we should be okay. Temperature wise and whatnot. Yippers. I'm gonna drop these. Dun Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's ride up to where I would usually harvest black ice. And we'll attune the obelisk and whatnot. If I had brought warming food, we would climb up onto that ridge just up there and would have got some black ice. But because I'm a buffoon and I forgot to bring something, even though I tried my best to remember all the things. So shall we leave this here? Maybe we leave this here because it isn't super expensive. Can I unfriend just a couple of people? I don't think they're going to give me warming food. I think they'll just give me, like, random snackages. Yeah, Sumerian feast. Yeah, come on then. Let's go to Islet Lake. Or up near the Temple of Frost. Okay, as long as you have, like, heavy armor, you should be fine without any kind of warming food. Now, normally I would do this without being, like, 50% corrupted or 40% corrupted or whatever. We should also learn the Emir religion. Can I get these? We're going to have to deal with these sabers. This is one of the reasons I don't like to be corrupted. Leon! Leon is our heavy for this. Oh, this is why we put some points in strength. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. Yeah, sabers are kind of tough when you've got very little HP. So we're going to head up here. This path. Oh, there's another star metal node up there. Let's get that as well. This is where we are. We're going to go learn the Emir religion. I don't think we've learnt it yet, but either way I want to show you where the trainer is. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Shape raw forces. Escalate. Harvest. Beautiful. This is... Oh, look at all that. We got so much. Holy crap. So this is what we want the most of. Usually I will do like a trip just specifically for star metal. Don't care as much about you. Don't care so much about stone. I just want to show you how to get all the things today. I don't really care too much about the actual like resources. We're gonna go up there. I'll make sure I harvest that as well. Bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Ooh, so much. I'm not going to get any more star metal because, you know, look, there's one here, one over there. Lovely. Have you tried the hammer from the sorcery line? You talking about the hammer from the sorcery line? What do you mean? Any drops? Yes. Exclamation mark drops. It's a blood crystal katana. It was like when the railroad workers take turns hitting a spike with hammers. Yeah, pretty much. Remember it? Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, speak to this lovely fellow here. Oh, he's got a star metal node right next to him as well. He didn't take any damage from that, buddy. I did put people on silent. Oh god, it's an unfortunate angle, isn't it? I put voice on silent because Liu Fei was being quite chatty. Hi, mate. Hi, mate. Wait. Sit. Okay, let's check this box. If we get some... We got a bit of black ice from there. Sit. There he is. It's being so funny about where I click. He's normally facing us. Hello? Sir? What do I... There we go, there we go, there we go. Wait, wait, wait. Brilliant. Let's learn the altar. There you go. Thank you. Great chat. Loved it. It was really, really fun chat. Really enjoyed that. Okay, let's eat and drink before we get anywhere that's really cold. This is like cold, so we can drink water here. But when we get into the really cold areas, we're not going to be able to drink. So we want to make sure that cooling down is over before then. He's a big dude. He's a frost giant. Yeah. Seems like a glitch. Yeah. Normally not cooking by himself. He's normally there, but usually I don't have to like struggle to like interact with him. Okay, let's go get some black ice from my favourite spot. Beautiful area, look at it. Nice views. We'll avoid those big old doggos. Okay, I'm being careful not to be over encumbered. So I can obviously run at full speed when over encumbered, but if I'm over encumbered, my horse doesn't get the Beast of Burden perk. So I won't be able to ride the horse at full speed. I'll ride the horse very, very, very slowly. And the important thing really is I can get on my horse and I can get away in these kind of places. So we're wearing kind of stuff we've looted around the map. This is Veneer heavy items, and then Silent Legion boots and Nemedian helmet. These don't give us any particular kind of cold protection, even though they look like they should do. These give us extra heat protection, but not extra cold protection, but a bit carry weight. This just gives us a karmic ability to repair items in our hands when we receive damage. So this is just like regular heavy armor for all intents and purposes. And you should be able to get up to where we're going with just regular heavy armor. Sorry. Okay, I thought it was going to crush the bunny then. There you go. So we're going to head up to where you can attune an obelisk and where there's always a bit of black ice. I get very confused between black metal, star metal, and black ice because I play Valheim as well, friendos. So it's an ongoing struggle. Anybody else? Hey, this is one of the most beautiful places on the map. I absolutely love it here. This is my favourite place to have like a snowy base. And I do have this on my base locations video. If you haven't seen that, it's on my YouTube channel. Good guy, the frost giant. Yes, he's lovely. So we're going to avoid being on the ice because the ice gets extremely cold. This spot right here, on this ridge right here, is where you can build and the meteors will not hit your house. We're going to avoid this ice because it gets very cold. There's a lot of like sabers. There are mammoths, obviously, and there are frost wolves, like 1-star wolves and things like that. Everybody wants to bite you. As long as you keep going and you manage your stamina, your horse's stamina or your camel's stamina, you should be fine. And I'm saving my shift for when I need to accelerate away. But it is absolutely chock-a-block full of enemies. There you go. Isn't it gorgeous? I freaking love this area. Really beautiful. Sweet. Onwards, friendos. Just going to keep going. We're going to run through a load of sabers and stuff. Just don't want to get attacked. Okay, let's accelerate. So I'm still only cold. Once I get to extremely cold or frostbite, that's when I'm really going to take damage. So I'm just going to stay on this path. Now you will see star metal up here as well. If you see like a smoking rock, then it's star metal. And you can harvest that as well. Probably not safe to do it down here. Let's save our stamina. See the star metal over there. One of the reasons I like it up here is that it's a lot easier to see the star metal. Because it's obviously white snow. And you'll see it on like the edges of these like cliff things. Still only cold. There we go. Sometimes you might think it's star metal and it's actually a saber-toothed tiger. There you go, see? Keep going up here. Alright, now first thing we're going to do, like any dangerous like area, we're going to immediately attune the obelisk. Okay, so we can teleport here in future. So I usually try to attune the obelisks as early as possible on servers. So you can see this is ice and this is black ice, and this is what we're looking for. So I can just hit this with my pickaxe and I'd probably get more than if I use my coal resources spell. But let's use that while we're all sorted up. Sorted up. What am I saying? Okay, shape the raw forces. Escalate. Harvest resources. Alright. Got so much ice. So I'm just going to keep like maybe 200 ice. Ice will help you survive in the volcano. It's very, very hot in the volcano. Fun fact. I know, spoiler alert. So yeah, you can survive in the volcano with just a stack of ice and absolutely no clothing, apart from the enemies trying to attack you. I'm talking about just about temperature here. So there's a few clusters of black ice is always there, and then down here there's a couple of nodes as well. We'll harvest this with our pickaxe. Yep. But we could also do that coal resources here as well. I probably wouldn't use coal resources on something like black ice because you want the most possible from here. That is the Temple of Frost. It is one of the coldest places on the map. Very, 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 very cold. You need special items to stay warm in there. At some point I will probably make a guide about it. They have really kind of like... I don't like what they've done with the temperature system because I think it's a bit opaque for players. But we will go in there and I'll show you what I use to survive when we do go in there. So let's just keep like 2 stacks of this ice. We're going to use this ice to keep things cold in a preservation box. I am now over encumbered, so I just want to make sure that I'm not too concerned. We can get stone from like by our house or whatever. The important thing is that I just wanted to show you all the things and where to get it. A couple of stacks of black ice. That will do for now to get started. If you want to do like a building out of black ice, there's a really nice build set from black ice. You probably want to clean out that place. There's a huge amount of black ice in there. You can also get a lot of black ice from the Warmaker dungeon. If you do that before you come up here and you want to, you can... Clail's... What is it called? Clail's Stronghold. Warmaker dungeon is right here on the map. Okay. Huge amount of black ice in there, and it isn't cold in there, strangely. Okay, so we've got some black ice, we've got some star metal. We need to go get some brimstone, so let's head to Shattered Springs. Dun, 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 dun. Now you have the mats preserving box as well. Exactly. Yep. So there you go. The ice is a lot more ubiquitous. It's a lot easier to get than the black ice. So I'm not too worried about that. Am I going the wrong way here? Yep. And I'll show you the route when we go to the volcano. I'll show you the route that I take that allows me to just get some ice on my way into the volcano. I don't want to fall off my steeds. Camel's like, I'm not built for this weather. Where's the sunshine? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There are some lovely mammoths and stuff. Be careful because sometimes, just like there are demon tigers and demon shellbacks, there are also demon saber-tooths, and they are scary as fudge. Okay, fudge isn't very scary, but, you know, you get my drift. There's more black, what's it called? Star metal there. We've got so much star metal, we got way more than I thought we would get. We're going to head to the warmer areas. Bye! The frost giant that we saw, the friendly one, there are some unfriendly versions just here that would like to unfriend you. Actually, I think they will drop warming foods, won't they? Should we give that a go? It's probably an unwise endeavour. If they hit you, they're going to make you very, very cold. So don't get hit unless you've got some warming items with you. Leon's going to do all the work for us. But if they hit you with their axe, it will make you really... You see, he's got that cold debuff on his health bar. Your followers won't get affected by that, but you will. Okay, so we've got some mats, but no warming foods. They used to always drop warming foods. Level 59. Yeah, ice and black ice now. You can harvest them for thick hide, which is, you know, useful, worth doing. But we're struggling with encumbrance at the moment. Okay, let's go. So these exact, like, little sections I've shown you, you can cope with in just this regular, just, like, heavy armour. But bear in mind, if you go off this path I've shown you, you can get to places that are extremely cold. So keep an eye on your HUD and just make sure if you notice that you're extremely cold, go back to where you were before quickly, because you're going to get killed, basically. Don't get into any fights in those areas because you're just not going to survive, including kind of all the way up there, basically. So I just wanted to show you where you can go and how you can survive with just like the basics. And we'll come back up here because we have to do the Temple of Frost anyway. Come up with like proper cold protection and whatnot. There you go. Charge! Haha, extra points. Avoid the lake. Gets very cold. Drops are still the blood katana. They are, yes. Right. Spiced pork. Yeah, we could have brought some warming foods. We got warming foods at home. Although, frankly, my thralls have been stealing from my thrall parts. There's one of those frost wolves. So, yeah, we could have made some warming foods or just picked some up or something. But, of course, I wasn't thinking that we were going to get black ice as well for some reason. Like a noob. Just going to avoid all these people. Just going to make sure I never run out of stamina. So if I run out of stamina, it's a lot easier for them to knock me off my horse. Or camel. Anyone know why it wouldn't let me craft a blood katana with a bladesmith? No. Did you claim your drop? Shame the black ice weapons and equipment come too late in the gameplay to be really useful, yeah? I mean, they look pretty, don't they? I like to use them for transmog. With fashionists. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you, people. Welcome. If anyone here wants to use... I saw the word use when I said it. If anyone wants to join our Sipta server or our Exiled Lands server, you can do that by joining our Discord. There's no paywall. Everyone's welcome. It's 2 times harvesting, quality of life mods only, same as my game. And yeah, do that by joining the Discord. That's it. And it's strange the desert NPCs drop spicy food shouldn't be killing food. Yeah, good point, I guess. Although people from hot countries eat spicy food, don't they? And people in Britain, and that's definitely not a hot country. Do like a bit of spicy food here, don't we, friendos? Yeah, but we tried to craft it. It gave me a prompt that said this item couldn't be crafted. So the only reason I can think of there is that it's just bugged. So let's see if we can get ourselves a berserker while we're here, shall we? Because we have put down a smelter so that we can get ourselves a wheel of friendship pop-up gym situation. Da-dun, da-da-da-dun, da-dun. Now normally I would have gotten myself a berserker on like day 2, but I'm you know, mixing it up a bit. So let's get to the center over here. Okay, here's our smelter just submerged in the water. Very scientifically accurate, and we can drink some of this. Beautiful. Make sure we've got those all full. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got some... So we need stone, iron, we need twine. Am I short of twine? I think so. I don't think we're going to get any plant fibre from this, are we? Just the Crimson Lotus. Crimson Lotus is useful. Take it home for potion making. I feel nostalgic about this because back in the day, I would grind this up and eat like 5 of it and I would have a strength and vitality buff. Remember that, friendos? The good times. Who have we aggroed? Plant fibre. There's some over here. We'll just make a bit of twine. We'll make our little wheel and we'll leave it here because this is such a great place to get thralls. Okay. Plenty o' twine. I've got crafting speed on uber fast. The absolute quickest possible because I'm incredibly impatient, in case you wonder. Like, wow. Is this a mod? Nope. Just the settings in the game. Okay, so... I need a bit of wood. Doo-doo, doo-doo, da-dum-bum. I keep forgetting about that the returning penalty when you run out of stamina. And also we just have so much less. Yeah, so we've got everything we need except a bit of stone. 200 stone. Okay. Bum 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 bum. So just like everywhere else, if you place a wheel of friendship or a pop-up gym situation, if you don't have it on foundations on a server, it will disappear. Just bear that in mind. So now we have somewhere to place a friendo. I wish I had a dancer here, honestly, to clear my corruption now that I don't need it. You want 2 of those. Don't really need to keep the wood. I guess we'll just keep this here. You can also use your wheel for storage as well. I do have my bearer pack for like keeping on me in a pinch. I've got 500 iron. I want to carry 500 iron, friend. Oh, I'm not sorted by heaviest, that's why. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to leave him here. I'm going to leave him here as well. I'm just going to try and get myself a berserker. It's 100% spawn rate. Now, I don't have very much stamina. I don't have very much health. I might get unfriended. Let's see, shall we? I could just quickly thrall the dancer. Should we do that? Shall we? Yes. Let's get a dancer first. Just get whoever's on the rock. Then we can kind of go about our business because I don't think we need to do any more. Oh, we need to go to Brimstone Lake. But we can use our pick for that. There are NPCs up there who are aggroing to me. Okay, yeah, so let's clear our corruption. Because I don't really want to be at the Shattered Springs with 50% or 40% corruption and reduced stamina and HP. Bum, 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 bum. There's a lady. Doesn't look like Leonil. I mean, actually, she has the same hair. Can you imagine if this is Leonil? Hello, mate. Shut the front door. Chat. Referendo. Referendo. Chat. Chat. Oh, don't kill me because that's it. She will go. Please don't curse me. If I die, because it's single player, she'll like despawn probably. And what I need is a lot of stamina for this. I can survive really well in these circumstances, but I need the stamina so I can dodge. Just managing my stams. Please don't ask me to die, dear friend. I'm like 2 hits to her right now. One more, one more. Yeah! Chat, we got a freaking... The first time to Mounds. Holy orange Jesus. What is happening? The sacrifice table, you wash your mouth out. Tiny dancer for Anna. Any girl will do. Can you believe that? We made a friend, yeah. Freaking hell. Hacks, I know. I know, my plea was heard. We didn't even place a bedroll. No, we didn't. We did tune the obelisk, though. Yeah. Now watch the Berserker will, like, see us. I know. Freaking Leonil, people. Oh, crikey, Charlie. There's the Berserker over there. Okay. So, what am I going to do? I want to place her so... Ooh, shooting poops. Okay. Get her in the wheel. Nothing else matters now except this person. Bum, 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 bum. Doo, doo, doo. Let's convert her. So what we'll do is we'll bring her with us and we'll just get Leonil to... sorry, Leon. My bad. To, like, return home and give him any snackage. Oh, yeah. Can't believe we got Leonil so soon. So, she is... Okay, she needs a... We'll do some work on her face. So we'll do take all, scouting. Now, I have placed him near here. Oh, he won't return home, will he? I can rescue him, though. He looks really, like, when he's standing. Let's give this lady some armor. So I placed it because I want her to cleanse the corruption more than anything else, but she's going to come with us. So we're going to leave him with nothing on him and we can actually rescue him. So if you return home, if you want to leave someone somewhere and you want to rescue them, make sure they don't have any gear on them that you might mind losing. Let me just heal up. So you see she's cleansing my corruption and helping me heal faster. So yes, go to your follower tab and you can... right click on them and you can click rescue and they will I can click on this safely. Player or follower was recently attacked, remaining cooldown 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So when you get back home, after you make sure you haven't been in a fight recently, then you can rescue him and he will come to your base. Basically he can only return home to your like land claim, but that's kind of a good thing to do. So I'm just gonna leave her there for a moment. We're gonna get ourselves a berserker. Let me just chuck stuff in this. And now it should be a bit easier for me to knock out a berserker because I need the stamina. You can see how hard it was to get even Leonil. There you go. So he's on scouting. Let's put down a bedroll. Come on now. Let's be smart. I did assume the obelisk and we do have a map room at home, so it's kind of equivalent really. But it's a good idea to put a bedroll down. Just good practice. Okay. So we'll respawn here if we get unfriended. I could give her a truncheon and she could help me knock him out, but I prefer to do this by myself. I like you, but we need to do work on your face. I'm going to try that line in the club. But, oh, yeah. Don't credit me with that. Yeah, her nose is just a bit, like, overly pinched. Okay. Hi there. This is going to be interesting. So we haven't done this since the new stamina rework. Not with a berserker. They hit incredibly hard. If you kill him, you can get like probably up to about 4 pieces of his armor in one go. But he's a great fighter. Always will be a great fighter. They're consistently good. Oh no. He's going to have to kill this guy now. This guy will corrupt me, so I don't want to get into a fight with him. You made short work of him. Thank you for that. Okay. You've got to be really respectful as well, because his AoE is bigger than you think it is. So just give him a wide berth. And just get ready to dodge. I'm kind of rusty, so... And sleep deprived. Ooh, I felt like that should have hit him then. So the most important thing is that I maintain my stamina. So if I run out of that, we're gonna. If I have plenty, you see I'm getting a bit risky now. I'm kind of like testing Goodness me. There we go. Sleepy times. Come with me. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. And lo, did she obtain a berserker once more. Excellent. It did take some effort, definitely. Yep. Neil's best, but does need a bit of facial making. So the thing about the different dances is they do look different. So you could get like 10 or 20 or however many different Leonils, and they'll all look a bit different. They all have the same hairstyle and the same general kind of like benefits. But sometimes, you know, you might get a prettier one time and less pretty one another time. And, you know, obviously it's subjective or whatever. So there you go. It's not all just about looks, people. Come on. Excellent. So now we have a berserker and a Leonil. Feeling good about ourselves. We can just carry this one because we've got the bearer pack on. So do we want anything from here? Let's make sure we take this stuff. Now, do I care about the iron as much? Kinda. She needs some snackage. Did he burn through it? Oh no, I got it on here. Okay. Give her some of that. We don't have any pork with us for her strength buff. You can take the iron and the black ice. So she's got the Hanuman's Gather, which does a huge amount of damage. And then let's get her to follow us. And then Leon we will rescue from home. He will be fine here. Nobody will like path around here, like patrol or anything like that. Obviously, if we ran over here, sometimes some of the fighters from some of these different places will come and like follow us over here. I'm actually going to place him here because otherwise he's going to get placed like somewhere else. So normally I would do like a round at Mans, but I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get through this kind of situation. I want to get some brimstone. So let's head to the Brimstone Lake. Okay. I kind of wish I hadn't placed him like on the other side over there, because then I could just say unfollow and then he would just return to like home. I was kind of annoyed about that. All right, to the Brimstone Lake. Let's do it. Male dances should be deleted. They make me uneasy. I remember playing on servers with people and they always used to, like, these clans would say, we have a rule that you're not allowed to recruit male dancers and things like that. It's kind of funny. Hello, little Shasta. Hello. Hello, made to stream. Just make you want to come back and play. Yeah. Are they named barkeeps? All the barkeepers are have the same name, just the Morian barkeep as far as I'm aware. That's how it was last patch. Let me put her on tackle enemies. Aggressive. Let's put her on a short follow distance or a short chase distance. Aggressive chase. Beautiful. I can't believe we got Leonil, friendos. So excited. I might take her to the Unnamed City when we do Unnamed City runs. So cool. Missing in action. Playing a couple of games like Nightingale. What if any big changes have happened recently? So this patch has all been about a huge list of bug fixes. And it has been pretty successful. There are a couple of new issues. There's a couple of problems with Liu Fei's quest, which I won't talk about in detail because some people are avoiding information. Rightfully so. If they haven't done it yet. What else? Oh, they've removed Almariah. Basically. So yeah, huge list of bug fixes and Almariah has gone. They added a compass to the game, which is a very minor detail. If you use Hozav's UI mod, it doesn't really make much difference. What else, friendos? Yeah, but they've been on a bug fixing kind of quest recently instead of adding new content. They fixed the falling through the floor bug. I have seen some comments recently about people falling through floor. I don't know if that is as bad as it was before. Yep. How chat, tell me, have you been falling through the floor when you load into the game? Or have you had that thing where somebody triggers a purge on servers and everybody just falls through their foundations? And are you still getting the inventory bug on servers? I need to check that. Yes, I told them I'd get a bit of footage about that. Haven't got around to it yet. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum. Do-do-do-do. Right, let's go to the Brimstone Lake. Get ourselves some brimstone. Head back. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I feel a lot better now that I'm no longer corrupted, honestly. Dun, 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 dun. Do you need to be, like, in a safe area? Or surrounded by your own fighters or something? In order to cast spells to harvest, don't you? And I don't really want to stand in the middle of the Brimstone Lake and cast spells surrounded by, like, rock noses and stuff. Personal preference. Waiting for June. Waiting if I'm going to get the higher tier pre-order. Not sure the performance is my biggest... Not sure the performance is my biggest issue. What's your what is your biggest issue if it's not performance? Just need one troll to distract the enemies. Yeah, normally when I go to Brimstone Lake, I run around harvesting and I have one thrall following me around dealing with the enemies. But I want to be quick and nimble, so I don't want to be standing there casting spells. Basically, that's just my preferred way of playing. Yeah, I am going to play June. Yes, definitely. People have been talking about whether they want like a clan for our community. I don't know about that yet. I'm interested to know if people want to do that. So I guess if enough people want that, then we could have a clan or whatever. You'll see. I do have a breathing mask. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Not my first rodeo, friendo. It'll be using the Battle Pass model. Did they say Battle Pass? They said no, Season Pass, not Battle Pass. They're doing a season pass for DLCs. Yeah. A good idea since there aren't any private service for June. Yeah. So we could put down a bedroll here. We probably should. But we should be all right. So this is a good place to get the brimstone. We need as much brimstone as we can get, really, and then we'll head home. So it's all right if we're ever encumbered. We can just run alongside Doombringer. Obviously, I wouldn't usually do that. Do you know what I mean? I always use my camel as intended. Sit. She's not going to do as much damage as Leon, bear that in mind. But she is a baby. Oh, wait. Let's equip our Sandstorm breathing mask. And see how beautiful you look wearing it. Ooh. Calm yourselves, people. But I'm going to hide it just because, we look just way too beautiful. Okay. So our follower is going to be on attack duty. So I actually pressed my alt key then. And we're going to do the harvesting. I kind of like to do this just before we hit level 60. So then we can just make all of our level 60 benches, get our armor sorted, that kind of thing. Watch out for these guys. They're going to poison you. You stand in front of them. At least we'll get some levels for Leonil. You can harvest them as well for brimstone and crystal and salt and stuff. Music reminds me of Indiana Jones. Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Well, do you have solo player or is it just online multiplayer? Yeah, online only. For now, I believe. I think they're trying to do something about having a single player option in the future. I think I've seen that somewhere. Don't quote me on it. You can use this for dry wood as well and bark, which is quite handy because you want a bunch of tar to make steel fire. See that guy spewing out poison? we'll harvest one just to kind of be brimstone. The rock noses were reworked a few patches ago, and so now they drop the same type of materials as the area they're in. So if it's like the volcano, they'll have obsidian and things like that. And in the brimstone lake, there'll be kind of like brimstone rock nose, crystal and whatnot. How does the stamina rework feel? It feels a lot like the old days. Yeah. Which makes you wonder why they changed it in the first place, I guess. I don't know. I don't mind it. I guess if you've been playing this game for a long time and you were used to managing your stamina and watching and making sure you didn't have the penalty, then it's not so difficult to kind of switch back to that to switch back to that. I guess there really wasn't as much need to manage your stamina in like more recent patches. Look, we're nearly at level 60, friendos. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I did really enjoy endlessly rolling in PvE. I realized it was probably a bit obnoxious in PvP. And they got a balance of, like, you know, everybody. There's that poison. Don't want to get stacks of that on you. Haven't played it a bit. Have played both styles of these. Yeah. Thinking they should lower the stamina cost of dodging. Yeah, so I am over encumbered right now, so obviously I'm using more. This is exactly why I like to have Beast of Burden for harvesting. I'm going to be over encumbered. I want to be able to move at full speed, otherwise you just get unfriended, really. Also, the harvest resources twice as fast. Hard worker is quite handy. So, oh no, we're still level 59. Let's get a bit more stamina while we're doing this. We will respec again. Just the amount of rolling a PvP battle can do increase the cost of rolling to a shortened battle. Do you remember when we could roll really far? Does anyone feel really nostalgic about those days? I used to run around because heavy armor back then, you couldn't dodge properly. You did like I can't even do it. You did like a sidestep. You did like a jump to the side. It was awful, and it was a great way to get unfriended in a fight. So people wouldn't wear heavy armor in PvE, certainly. Everybody wore like light armor, and including me. And I would wear like a Zomorian dancer's outfit. I would just go in, run up to like a boss, hit them, and then roll out the way. And we would roll so far. Like, not like this, but we would just like roll back, and we would cover so much distance. It was wonderful. I'd just do like a left click on my heavy, two-handed sword, and then start the fight so my follower would fight. I mean, I don't miss the follower doing all the damage. I like the fact that we do the damage now, and that they've reduced the HP of bosses and things like that. But I do feel nostalgic. Conan had really far rolling, yeah. Well, yeah, it's heavy armor, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they really changed the way armor works and stamina. Think back to the Knights of Old England. I mean, yeah, definitely for realism, absolutely. Yeah. Does anybody miss the old, like, heavy armor being so obnoxious? I wonder. Nobody used to wear it, though, did they? That was the thing. Ooh, level 60. New journey unlocked, adventurer. That's it, friendos, level 60. This is exactly how I always harvest my brimstone. Just avoid them. Miss it, felt a lot tankier. Do you? Overwhelming penalty wearing it prevented anyone using. Yeah, it did, exactly. It was just unusable. I don't really want to take our brand new Leonil to fight Rot Branch. I always fight this guy, but I probably prefer to take like Leon. First of all, she's going to take a while to kill it because she doesn't do as much damage as Leon. And second of all, I don't want to be like reviving her. And third of all, we don't do a huge amount of damage ourselves. I'm gonna get one more crit. So I'm just going to try and avoid him. There's no longer a chest nearby. There used to always be a legendary chest next to this fella. Doo-doo-doo. Chests are now in dungeons, at the end of dungeons. And some caves, a couple of caves. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Fastest way to level to 60 now. I mean, you level so quickly in this game. I've had to like purposefully not level. When I'm AFK in the game, I'm in creative mode. If I'm like doing anything in the game when I'm not streaming, I'm in creative mode, so I'm not gaining any levels. You level really quickly. So I mean, just exist and play the game. Obviously, you can unfriend apes in the jungle, skeletons in the inner city, but I only reserve that for leveling thralls, like starting the leveling, and I just do like dungeons. But I would just say play the game. You get so much XP now. I'm just doing it. A couple of days. I did hear heavy armor predominantly when I go full corruption, make up how squishy I was. Yeah. Well, we didn't have corrupted builds back then, did we? When the armor was like that. But yeah, that sidestep, oh my god, it was obnoxious. It just wasn't fun. Like this lovely armor set here. We didn't have transmog back then either, unless you had mods. So you could just never wear like the veneer heavy, because you would just do like a sidestep. It's bad. Quickest way to level is pick a goal and pursue it and not worry about the leveling. It just happens. Yeah, exactly. I think the only reason to really worrying about leveling as soon as possible is if you're in PvP. And obviously you need to be like high level as quickly as possible. Or if you've left a server and you just hate being low level. But I really just enjoy like the journey, you know, and that sounds really annoying probably, but and it just honestly like it's just a couple of days, a couple of sessions really. Used to be Black Eyes, or go to Red Lotus was a sickle. Even way back, yeah. That was a nerf disguised as a buff when you wore heavy armor. It was definitely, yeah. Because back then when everybody was wearing light armor, this is what I was talking about, the dodge rolls, when you used to dodge and you would go so far back, like 3 times the distance like we do now. I miss that so much. Felt so nimble. But you know, people thought it was kind of broken. I get it. Take away my toys. I just max out the weight right away when you can carry a limited amount without being so down. Yeah, I mean, I do have a gear guide video on my YouTube channel, and I go into quite a lot of detail about the value of expertise early game, because there's so much you can loot now. And, you know, you don't need to, like, craft, like, stone picks and things anymore. You can just go and like, take stuff from NPC camps these days. What I miss, how do you get the sandstorm mask? We crafted it. Once you get to level 30, you can craft it. You can learn the sandstorm breathing mask in your knowledge tab. It's steel. You need some steel for it, but which we just picked up. We haven't even crafted steel yet. It's not about the end goal, it's about the journey and the friends we make along the way. Beautiful. You brought a small tear to my eye, I know. PvP, yeah. Expertise is always first to max level for me, is it? Yeah. Well, I like to do like 1 or 2 perks early game, and then I'm kind of once I get to like my final form, like level 60, I only do the first perk in expertise because I hate spending points in weight, and then I will kind of switch to an harvesting build, and then back to like a damage build, kind of back and forth basically. So we may as well get some more dry wood while we're here, because we're already over encumbered. She might have chewed through a whole stack of gruel actually. Let's give her this. Wait. Yeah, we're so we're so over encumbered. Wait. Let me just absolutely double check I didn't drop your hammer. Okay, perfect. All right. I hear people both saying make rolling cheaper, make rolling more expensive. I suspect former PvEers and the latter PvPers. Yeah, I guess so. Also think you have to worry about shields as a PvEer. Now the stamina I lose taking a hit on shield puts you back in the boat of not enough stamina to get a combo off. Yeah. I don't usually use shields. I hate shields because I don't like the fact that they change my combo. When they change the animations, I don't feel like I do as much damage. It's always been that way, and it's just kind of... I just don't enjoy it. I like to be quicker and more nimble, and I feel I'm more nimble when I'm not using a shield. They are very valuable, I absolutely agree, and if you enjoy them, go for it and everything. But we used one the other day, and we held one in front of the croc boss, and he broke my... he bashed us, hurt us, took half our health through the shield when I was holding it. So, I don't know how I feel about them even, I feel even worse about them now, I guess is what I'm saying. So we are going the wrong direction. I would get on the horse, obviously. But we have a camel with it. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. We probably shouldn't run past rock slide, should we? With our lovely shiny new Leonil. Shield with one-handed mace is awesome. I mean, I get you if you like it and enjoy it. I just don't like the change, the animation stuff. The only thing I quite liked a short sword with a shield on the Komodo boss in the Drex at one point in a previous iteration. I haven't tried that since. Shields are useful for me. You can break the enemy's combo. Yeah, I hear you. I like to dodge, and I like to do as much damage as physically possible. Not sure if the patch broke it, but you can draw pictures in the sand with a bedroll before placing it. Can you? You just place it down, keep placing it and moving it around, and it'll keep it there. It'll keep the disturbed sand appearance. Took up shield on short sword exactly because I wasn't as good at daggers and needed to survive. Yeah, I think I have to just get good and be more like Anna at daggers. I mean, it's always a good test for me to use daggers early game and see how stamina is and things like that. How expertise is affecting me, that kind of thing. So I quite like doing that. It's a good test. Oh, you drag it around and not place it? Really? That's cool. Okay, let's go back to the savannah. We'll try and summon our Leon. We got so much star metal. I didn't expect to get that much. I was just planning to get a little bit. Tend to use two-handed weapons. Yeah, you never use the shield even with a mace. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do love the two-handed weapon. Personally. So shall we see? We are over encumbered. Let's see if we can get an ancient rhino horn. I really prefer not to while I'm in this state, but we'll give it a go because I believe that it's currently not dropping the ancient rhino horn. We don't need to speak to this person, but this is who you would speak to if you didn't learn Mitra religion.
Blessings of Mitra upon you.
Acolyte of Mitra.
Are you come to this land?
Leonil, this is not how we treat new friends, is it?
Perhaps not. No. You have the haunted look of one who seeks to.
Okay. Sorry about that. I apologise. Let's learn this recipe up here. She just likes to burnify people, I say. So we're going to run all the way up the stairs. I love this location here. This was on my base locations video. It's one of my favourite places. Here we go. Specialist cooking 7. Probably should have run in and got our herbal tea recipe. We'll do that when we do Mans properly. Definitely don't want to fight the rhino boss with any kind of debuff like we have right now, which is of being over encumbered. This is a bad idea. and really consider putting down a bedroll. Just need a little bit of plant fibre. We'll do that. The important thing is that we don't let Leonil get unfriended. Okay. I'm gonna go hammer, I think. Something we could do if we wanted to when we're out and about like this. If we didn't have like an inventory full of stuff, we could just nip into the dregs and respec our attributes. But then we still have all this stuff. So hopefully she can tank him. And we can get him from the back. I'm going to be very conservative with my stamina. Well, she's tanking him okay.
You picked the wrong fight. Taste death. You picked the wrong fight.
Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what we get. I'm just going to use our pickaxe. We'll get a skeleton key. I think, is it supposed to be in his inventory? Yeah. So he hasn't given us that horn thing. Which is the bug. Yeah. So, can confirm he's not dropping the ancient horn or whatever it's called. Yeah. She's alright, isn't she? Dun, 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 dun. Honor sundering my beloved. Yeah, I love hammers. Yeah, exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC of your choice for this game. I haven't mentioned that for a while. And a venerable CPU indeed. Going to be getting a Ryzen 7 soon. Build all new PC. Nice. Unfriended, yes. What's your strategy for skeletons at level 60? They give me trouble, especially because they're quick and stun lock me. I really like an axe for skeletons. Or the nice thing about an axe is obviously that it does apply a cripple. So the earlier episodes when we went to the Unnamed City, I just like either a two-handed sword, like Baltier's Razor with my agility build, because then I can just do a heavy attack through a group of skeletons at a time and kind of manage my stamina and keep out of the way. Or an axe has been my favourite for skeletons for a long time, but because I don't usually do strength builds anymore, then I really favour like the two-handed sword. The important thing is I just manage my stamina and not get kind of stuck between them. I do also like just using my hammer for the same kind of reason. Just maybe some like light attacks just to kind of deal with a bunch of them. And now that they've changed the stamina costs for hammers and things, maybe that's a bit more viable. There you go. This is the Doom Hammer that you get from the what's it called? The Were-Hyena boss in the den. In the centre of the den. If you go there and there should be a Were-Hyena in the centre of the kind of little arena situation in the den. If he's bigger than the other guys, then the boss is spawned in, and he has a chance to drop this hammer and the More of the Hyena, which is a legendary cleaver, which gives you the absolute biggest yield from a cleaver in the game. Not that you really need to worry about that too much, because you already get like a bunch of pork from any kind of cleaver. And pork is really the thing I would be concerned about getting most of. Just gonna eat this Marine Feast, we'll get some extra armour. What else does he drop? He also drops the Bestial Claws as well, which are some punching daggers, which I don't find particularly exciting. So yeah, More of the Hyena is a cleaver that I really would like from him. And then the Doomhammer is just a really good one to get kind of early game because he's not so hard to unfriend. 66 damage, 49% armor pen with nothing on it, like no buffs or anything. So I like it. Butcher, Reliable Butcher is not the best. No, I tested them. In spite of Reliable Butcher being a legendary and looking like it's going to be super fancy, it doesn't give you as much as the Maw of the Hyena. Certainly last time I checked.
Warren Craft just subscribed.
Warren, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. Thank you. Anyone here isn't in the Discord and would like to join, you don't have to be a sub. I just like to mention sometimes. Exclamation mark socials. I use fast weapons, one-handed stuff. Yeah, which ones do you like? You do strength builds? Or you like to use short sword agility situations? Should we see how she does against the croc boss while we're here? Oh my goodness.
Scott
Holy potatoes.
Tier 1 subscription to username.
Scott, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Holy potatoes. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Enjoy ad-free viewing, friendos. Thank you so much. Do strength. Yeah. So what do you like the predatory blades? You like left clicks? Or what's your weapon of choice? Don't go under the map. Had that problem before. With this, what with the croc boss? I haven't had it with me. I've only had it with my follower. Thank you so much, Scott. That's huge. Thank you. Crikey. Tail whip. Yeah. They're always getting knocked into the ground. He's my least favourite. Okay, so maybe the corrupted spider is my least favourite boss to fight. But after that, I think the crocodile's my least favourite. Ooh, one little bit of star metal. Right, let's get our key. It's a lot easier when you've got a follower. Okay, we've got our key. Let me give you some heals. Literally, the second dancer to spawn in Leonil's spawn point was a Leonil. I mean, can you believe that? So cool. Get Freya as a follower. Yeah, we've already started our Freya quest. Yippers. Hello, Kayla. Hello. I've made a mess with the Blood Crystal Katana. How does it hold up to the chakrams? I haven't used it in this chapter, actually. Patch or whatever, interestingly. I don't know why it hasn't occurred to me. But it has been very good in the past. The chakrams were very good. But I've had a couple of people say to me the chakrams have been nerfed. So I need to check that. Let's go this way.
Just subscribed.
Thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. Goodness me, thank you very much for the support. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Big dragons are my least favourite to fight, as well as those who use that landside branch piece. Red Mother is one of my favourite fights in the game, because if I stand under her chest and I don't use a follower to fight, I'll show you at some point. Maybe we'll fight her today at some point. Oh, I can use the Black Eyes daggers to transmog my daggers. But if I stand under her chest, she can't get me with her breath attack. I've done it so many times on stream, like regular friendos will know. I stand under her chest. If she does a breath attack, you want to go into her, not away, because she has auto lock on her breath attack. So you just stand under her chest and do that, and just watch for what she's doing. And then just do a roll, time your rolls, and just manage your stamina. And I love that fight so much. It's like fighting the arena champion for me, because it's just very much about kind of I think because it makes me focus. I have problems with focus. But yeah, I do really like fighting her. But I prefer to do it without a follower, because the follower just makes her less predictable, because I don't know if she's going to go for me, go for my follower, or that kind of thing. You just listen for the audio cues and visual cues and stuff. Get stuck. Yeah, so one of the problems I have, and I don't know if it's because I always make my character quite tall, is sometimes I'm applying my heavy attack and I'm not making contact with her at all, because I'm kind of inside her chest situation. Yeah, swipe shield always lands on me somehow, not the tail swipe. So bear in mind, I am playing in single player, and in single player, there's no latency, right? Because it's all on my PC. So I do have an advantage there. If I'm playing on a server, especially like high ping server, which sometimes I am, then it is a different kettle of fish. But that's one of the reasons I love playing on single player, because I just love timing things. I find it very satisfying. Get a key from our jailer. Don't really care about this stuff. Anybody in the cage today? Well, let's deal with these friendos first. Hi. Sweet. Still over encumbered, so we'll be looking forward to getting rid of stuff off our inventories. There's more arrows and beds. Very handy for certain situations. Zingaran fighter. Yeah. Bum bum. Bum bum. Not like super special. Do 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 do. Should we take her?
Death Malian just subscribed with Prime.
Death Malian, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thank you so much. Anyone who wants to join our servers, we have an Exiled Land server and an Isle of Sipta server. Thank you. And they are free to join. No paywall or anything like that. Everyone's welcome. Just join the Discord. Look at the pinned messages in the Conan channel. Alright, let's get this stuff in our workshop, shall we? And then once we've like finished our cooldown, we'll see if we can summon Leon. Now, I'll just kind of show you again. I tried to rescue him because I've literally just been fighting. We're on like a cooldown for like 9 minutes. So if you're just in your base, kind of like chilling out and stuff, then it's not a bad time to like try and rescue followers. I'm really excited about these little like sections here because I only just added this just before the stream. Like little like a little hospital situation, isn't it? Like triage thing or something. I don't know. Okay, let's go put our stuff in our furnaces. Okay, let's get our star metal. Come here, buddy. Can't believe we got a Leo. So excited. Oh, Freya's here and she looks poorly. Okay, we'll do iron in here. Now, once we've made this into steel using cooked iron bars, steel fire, you can turn it into steel. And then if we use black ice, we can turn it into hardened steel now, which is good. So I do want to put the star metal in here. And we'll do a bit of brimstone, and I don't just have one stack of black ice, do I? No. Beautiful. And we got the berserker as well, which is cool. So we'll put some black ice in here. Start that, and now we can make some star metal. Bum, bum. I'm going to put some black ice aside so I don't use it up. It is weird that the brimstone doesn't fit in this mining one, isn't it? Oh, it does. Okay, I didn't do give all. There we go. Perfect. All right. So probably what we should do first is make a preservation box so we can, so we can preserve the ice. So let's learn the preservation boxes. We can stop using those thrall pots, and then at least we don't have to worry about our followers stealing our stuff. So we've got the preservation box and the improved one. The improved one just has more inventory space. And this is just a chest, a standing chest or a cupboard that if you put ice in it, it completely stops the decay time on almost everything. It doesn't seem to work on things like Heart of a Hero and stuff anymore. I used to have fridges full of Hearts of a Hero. Or I haven't tested it for a while, but that seems to be the case. Okay, so let's see what we need. Decorations, storage, improved preservation box. We need just a little bit of insulated wood, and we need like 20 star metal bars per fridge. Insulated wood we make in our carpenter's bench. Do I not have any, like... We live right by some dry wood. There you go. Let's make some of this. We need a bunch of dry wood and resin and a bunch of insulated wood to make our level 60 benches. Yes, Hozav's UI mod is so good. Very, very much recommend it. I do have a video. There you go. There's the video of my the mods that I use and how to install them as well. Watches someone fall up from the floor at another all day. The Exiled lands, that's it. Oh yeah, the base. I built it yesterday. I was like busy off stream. Yeah, I didn't see it earlier. We got like some kind of gardens here for our friendos and some like natural light coming in. And same on the other side, this is just a mirror of it. Some like lots of stuff in the bazaar in here, and I mean some just DLC stuff as well.
Thorn51 just subscribed with Prime.
Thorn, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. What does the red arrow do? What does the red arrow do? Pointy to the green arrow. When did I see it? Did I see a red arrow? Did I see a red arrow? I don't know what you mean. It contains the thrall head as well. You can add friendos to your HUD if you want to. So you see I've got Leonil's HP bar there now. You can do like whoever's following you in your party. From the crafting bench. Red arrow. Do 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 do. What do you mean? Red icon flashing on the HUD. The red thing flashing on the HUD is because I'm over encumbered. It means the pull. Oh, the pull arrow. Okay, thank you, people. So you're talking about unlock plus, basically. So if I click on a recipe because of unlock plus, it's craft from containers. So if I want to craft something like brick, I can choose how much and then get it to pull in like that. That's it. The plus. Yep. Is that what you meant? Did we answer your question? Do-do, do-do. Right, so now we have star metal. I have crafting speed on super quick. We got some insulated wood. So let's make a couple of fridges. So I need some black ice, which I do have in here. It is also a good... It kind of works timing-wise to go do a bunch of harvesting at this level, because I'm going to need to be over-encumbered to craft all the benches and move all my stuff around. These, by the way, these fences are from the Stables DLC, Riders of Hyboria. So we're going to make this a like cooking area. We've got our tavern over there. So what are we going to do? We're probably going to have like a stove here. Where am I going to put my fridges? Maybe just like a couple either side. This guy is walking around in circles. Are you all right, friend? Just having a moment. It used to be so much easier. Oh, I just went to double jump because I'm used to being in creative mode so much. It used to be so much easier to get things kind of perfectly lined up. Wait, let me place it and then let's move it. Because you just used to have to just nudge to the side. And it makes me very sad that it's no longer quite so easy. There you go. It's a bit easier if you move it rather than just place it originally. So now we can put some ice in there. And now anything I put in here, so I've got 43 minutes, 44 seconds. And you can see it's got no decay time now. So all the food is like in the thrall pots that have been stolen consistently by my followers. I'm going to put in fridges now. Because they've been taking my, like, bugs and meat and, you know, everything. Like, things that they wouldn't even eat as well, which is super annoying. And I can put food in there. Let's just sort by type. It's probably easier. So only things that will decay. Not bugs. All this snackage. Hallelujah, people. Honestly. Bugs will decay, right? Yeah. Berries. Putrid meat as well. Because I mean, if you want to use that for your compost heap, it will expire. It's good to keep it with the food. It just gives it a bit of extra flavour. You know what I mean? Alright. I quite often have like a fridge with animals in it. And one with food. And I end up with a bunch of them as well. There you go, you can sit there, Nina. Are you alright, mate? Can I help you? Did you have a few too many at the bar? Where are you trying to go? I think he's a tavern patron. You probably... Can you not open the gate? You want to go out there? No? Do you want me to call you a cab? Did you leave a horse somewhere? I don't think we can knock him. Yeah. He's gonna disappear. Oh, we got him. Wait. Oh yeah, we got him on the rope. Oh, he's in the ground, but we should be able to put him in the wheel. We don't need him, but science, right? Oh yeah, we don't really have him. Damn it, people. I just want to know, because if we see somebody get... Yeah, they've nerfed it so that you can't... There you go, we'll let him go. We don't need him. Be free, my friend. Yeah, they've nerfed it so you can't knock people out, because it hasn't worked for me yet. There you go. Played Uncharted so long, I have the urge to jump off cliffs. Like, I think you have a glider. I know, the movement in that game is so, like, addictive, isn't it? Okay, let's get another fridge here. Yeah, it is a lot easier to just, like, move it. It needs to be, like, right next to it. Game. Okay. So we're just going to make sure we do put ice in all of them. So I usually just, like, split it. Doom, doom. There you go. Beautiful. Do. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, this one I'm probably going to just remove. This one we've got loads of creatures in. So let's actually put these in a fridge. Which means that I mean, they obviously had a huge amount of, like, decay time in the thrall pot, but they'll have even, like, infinite. So 21 hours, then it goes up to, like, a paused decay time. So we can convert these whenever we want to, basically. Yes, it is Noah's Ark. No, I'm not ashamed. Maybe a little. We went around to see how many things we could get in the same day, didn't we, really? Yeah. Sweet. So I'm probably going to have at least a bunch of these. I kind of want the Frostwolf cubs and maybe a couple of bears or something. Maybe some tigers. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a couple of elephants just around the place. I'm not going to do it immediately. I don't want to kind of, like, spam too many creatures because it's going to affect our frames, isn't it? All right. Got some fridges here. They're not symmetrical, people. Do-do. Da-dum. Bum, bum, bum. That'll do. We're gonna have like a stove or two there. Maybe we'll do like a couple of fermenters in the corners. I like to have it like a market, so that the crafter is like facing you. Okay. Right, let's make sure we've got all our bits kind of crafting that we can do. We want some insulated wood. So let's dry some wood. We can also dry branches as well. We won't get resin from those, but regular wood you'll get resin as like a byproduct, which is handy because you need it to craft insulated wood. Okay, just get that going. Okay, you've got some foraging things to put away as well. I accidentally put all my aloe leaves, so I'm gonna get unfriended, aren't I? Salt and things like that. I do wish these boxes would close themselves. Let's put salt in one of these. Bam, bam. Some clothes for our friendos. Armor and hides. I never strip elephant hide. I always save that. I don't really strip feline pelt, but I need it for like light armor if I want to craft that. I find that I just spend so much less time crafting armor since they started giving us so much padding. Rhino hide you need to make medium armor, but I'm just going to strip it into thick hide. Bam, ba-dum. Alright. You can put that in the tannery. Doo-doo. We can put these fangs... so I'm going to keep the horns. I need those for helmets. I'm going to put fangs and bones into the grinder. Bone meal. You can put salt, stone in here to make salt if you need salt for cooking. You can put plant fibre in here to make spice if you need spice for cooking, which you will at some point. Casting table, we'll put glass in here. So we can make some flasks. My favourite thing to do is to buy the flasks from the vendors in Separate Room. I'm not using Age of Calamitous. Is that what you mean? All my mods are just quality of life mods. Oh, we still have our mask on. No, I think we have our... Oh yeah, there you go. I thought we put the bearer pack on, actually. So I think I might have put my Nemedian away, actually. That one's damaged. That one's not. We use the damaged one. So... I hate clearing my inventory. Anyone else? It drives me crazy. Feels like a full-time job. I guess it is, really. I want to put those somewhere. Let's put them in here. So we've had so much luck on this run so far. We've got the Riptide Spear already, although that's because they've buffed the drops of the Winged Death in the Unnamed City now. He drops a legendary weapon or piece of armor every single time you unfriend him now. And I think the second time we unfriended him, we got Riptide Spear, which is fantastic. We got ourselves a Leonil already. We're doing pretty well. Always need more room. I don't really need all of these poniards, so we'll probably make a dismantling bench at some point soon. Put those away. And then a bunch of pouches for sorcery. Now, I don't want to use any sorcery now. Because we're going to try and do the next stage of the quests for Liu Fei. And I don't want the perk you get if you use sorcery. I won't say any more than that in case you don't want spoilers. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think of this building set? It's kind of cool, like tent situation, isn't it? These bees aren't going to expire, but I'm going to put them in the preservation box anyway. Just because it's easier. We could put gross things in another box. Bugs and putrid meat. Alright. So, should we do the Liu Fei stuff next? So we tried the horn. We know the eyes aren't going to drop. Let's just attempt the eyes. Let's find a baby creature. Well, where's Leonil? She's up here. Well, Leonil, you don't have to dance anymore. Well, let's place our berserker. Oh, should we use our berserker? She's super precious, so that's she can like bless the crafting situations. Belly dance is the best emote, everyone knows that. Bum 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 bum. Do I have any clothes for you, lady? Do 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 do. Clothes, clothes, clothes. Dancer skirts. Da-dum. Go with the Decatto situations. There you go. Can't believe we've got Leonil, people. So excited. It is so weird. Oh, why am I speaking with euphemisms? Yes, because YouTube doesn't like it otherwise, basically, yeah. That's it. I built this space yesterday. If people want to see me build it, I can do it on the stream. I can recreate this in this exact location on, like, I've got a test server which has got a lot of my builds on it. So if you want me to, I can show you how to build it. I think that's a decent compromise. Sometimes, like, I mean, it's not super different from what I've done in the past. I haven't used this kind of build set before, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just kind of wanted to, like, play around with the different, like, building palettes and whatever. So yeah, so I did it off stream yesterday, and it was very nice and relaxing. I enjoyed myself very much. But if you want me to recreate it, I would be perfectly happy to, if enough people want me to do that. I'll just do a stream where we do it on, like, my private server, and I'll just recreate it. Where is the cookie corner? Maybe the cookie corner can be one of these, like, little sections here. Or we'll just, instead of shush, we'll put, like, no cookies or something. We can switch to saying squirrel for everything. I mean, I already say squirrel so frequently, it's barely understandable what I'm even talking about half the time for new people. Yep. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, so let me know if you want me to, like, build it on the stream or whatever, or recreate anything else I've built, then just let me know and I can do that. Okay, so let's take our berserker as our friendo. Can we make him a bit taller? Let's improve quality of life him. Shall we? Yeah. Yeah. Can I change your hair, madam?
Squirrel.
Indeed. Let's give her like a jaunty hairstyle. Doo-doo. That kind of suits her. I kind of like the bun. I also like that hairstyle. It's kind of a favourite. Bum, bum. I have to be careful with this. She's just going to end up looking like my character. Can I change your eyebrows? This is the improved quality of life mod that allows you to edit your appearance and your thrall's appearance. Am I making myself? No, I don't have blue eyes. Okay, so we did the basics, now the important part. Bum, bum. Hip depth is this one. Great. Maybe a tan. Bit less. Apply changes. Oh, can I make it? Is she tall? There you go. Perfect. Let me kit you out, sir. Do-do. Da-dum. Bum, bum, bum. I love this mod so much, honestly. When I was on console, I would have died for this mod. So good. We have to unsquirrel the squirrels before we can get squirrely. Yes. Very, yes, factual. Oh, people. You're not so evil, twin. Just wanted to say thank you for streaming. I'm on vacation visiting my in-laws. But I am itching to get back together. I'm happy to stream. I love streaming. Thank you for being here. She's got big squirrels that she cannot like. Oh my god. No comment. No comment. Right, let's give her some gruel. And... cool. Are you following me already? There you go. Perfect. Right, let's go and see if we can get some eyes of innocence. Do-do. Do-do-do. I can definitely feel the, frame difference. Part of that, a lot of that is living settlements. There's the kind of wandering around. It isn't as bad off, when I'm not streaming and stuff. So we need a bebe. I know where there's some bebes. Let's go get the tiger bebes. Do-do. Should we break in our Zerka? We haven't porked her yet. Which is a criminal offence. Oh, you tried to get Doombringer? Sweet. So, let's use a skinny knife. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Where's the best place to build? I have a base location video. I don't know what the command is. Oh. It might be base. There you go. No. Don't think I have a command for it. You can't really miss it though if you look on my YouTube channel. There's a list of a load of different bases. In general, central is a good idea, early game. Flat spots, there's a big flat spot next to the unnamed city here, if it's available. Very flat, if that's what you want. Just build where you want You can create portals to base. Yeah, exactly. You can create portals, that's true. Or near, and if anywhere, as long as it's near an obelisk, is a good one as well. The thing is, early game central, if you're new to the game as well, I think just kind of reasonably central is quite good. By the sinkhole, there's some semi-flat. I mean, it's kind of like sandy. So some small kind of like peaks and things, very small peaks. Great place to build like a pyramid or something, or a castle, if you want to. What hammer are you looking at? This is the Doom hammer from the were hyena boss in the centre of the den. Drops it quite frequently as well. Ooh, should we start with the elephant, the unsuspecting? So I'm not expecting to get the item that we need. Yep. Okay, so we're testing it like legitimately, and then what I'll do is I'll spawn in the items they should have dropped from doing this, just so that we can actually progress the Liu Fei quest. Sorry, I feel really bad for doing that. So I just didn't think I would, and now I do. Okay, we're just testing this. Yep. I'm gonna let the other one go. I feel so bad. Oh dear me. I absolutely love the savannah. I am so happy that Almirayo is gone now, so that we can build here again. I just feel so nostalgic. I had like a base on there, like my first playthrough on a proper server once. I didn't, Mushy. No. What you did there was you imagined it. And have you had your eyes tested soon? You know what I mean? Are you feeling all right? Are you rested? Oh, you got the link. There you go. Is that my base locations video? Thank you for that, Mutton. There you go. My mods posted the base locations video. It's quite comprehensive. Every biome. Thank you for that. Yeah, Almirayo is gone. Yep. It's all gone. It was really, really, like... They had so many complaints about it. It was so laggy. And it was just kind of, you know, certainly if you didn't have an SSD, or if you particularly like console friendos, it just made this area unplayable. Plus, you couldn't really build around here because you had to leave the area for the place to respawn, like reset and everything. So... Alright, so the Eyes of the Innocent are not dropping, and the Ancient Horn, or whatever hell it's called, isn't either. So let's get... so we need the Heart of a Hero. We can get the Heart of a Hero. And the Brimstone. So all we need to do is go to the Unnamed City for that. Or... yes. Or Wine Cellar, but that's... even further. Bum-ba-dum. Do-do. Do-do. Almilaga. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? I mean, I'm glad that we had it. I'm glad it was a thing for a time. I just get them indoors by teleporting to me. Here we go. Yeah, it was fun, but I mean, the respawns were obnoxious and the lag was really bad. So, okay, let's empty our stuff. So let's go do the stuff we need to do for Liu Fei. Bum. We got some meat to put away. Okay. So I'm probably going to respec, actually. Let's do a respec. Potion of Bestial Memory. Craft one of those. You need to eat... I didn't mention this earlier, but it expires very quickly, like in 2 minutes. So craft them as you need them. Okay, so... Final form question mark. Now, I'm going to spec for strength because I don't have... I don't have my agility, like, end game weapons. Is someone in our house? Let's stick with... Let's go with Stout and see if we can feel a difference between that and the 25% faster stamina regeneration. We're going to max out our vitality. Glutton for punishment. I'm going to go first perk and agility. I might split my points between strength and agility until I get my better gear. Combo master. I kind of want precision strike, but I'm not going to be medium or lighter load for a bit. And then I'm going to go more grit here. There we go. Defensive posture, incoming damage reduced by 15%. There you go. So this isn't my like preferred final form, but this is what we're going to do for now until I get my favourite weapons. Maybe just for today, we'll see. Who is trying to... Have we finally lost them? Is that Freya over there? Okay. So what do we need? We need to go to the unnamed city. We need to unfriend a boss. I guess we're going to take our berserker friendo. So let's get some pork to do a bit of strength buffing. Maybe some potion as well. So elixir of might, black lotus potion, grey lotus potion. Is someone in my house? Oh yeah, someone here. Hi there. There you go. Beautiful. Bloody neighbours. Start fresh save and go build by the waterfall in Savannah. Yeah. Oh, the cat's complaining. Wait a sec. Let me let the poor cat in, then we'll go do the Liu Fei quest. What was that, friend?
Watcher underscore 42 just subscribed with Prime.
Watcher, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome, welcome. Yes. Strength buffing potion for our friendo. So. Doo-doo. I probably need to upgrade my benches, do I? Yeah. I don't want to do like mid-tier. I want to do just like final situations. So we might skip the potion for now. Unless I just have some in a box somewhere. Which I kind of doubt. Bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-bum. I have them in a random place. No, I definitely don't put things in random places. Very organised person. I do have some vigour. I have some Tears of Galar. Drink that so she does more damage. So that's my potion buff. I also get a food buff. I'll buff my agility damage as well. I'm just going to dump some excess weapons in a bench. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go to the unnamed city. We're going to take a bit of brimstone with us. And then I think that's it. If I get all the way to Liu Fei and I don't have everything I need, I'd be kind of annoyed. Doo-doo, doo-doo, da-dum. Squeaky, please, I know. She's now... Hello, Squeaky. She's now making biscuits next to me. Sweet little cat. Alright, let's put our food away and get some pork for our follower. Pork, 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 pork. I'm kind of annoyed because our blimmin' friends ate a load of our, like, meat from our thrall pots. Let's cook this in here. Something to burn. I do have crafting speed on insanely quick. Let me get a bit of tree here. Hello, Gabongs. Did she bring me in home yet? Walked away for a bit. I haven't brought him home yet, no, because I've got to have been out of aggro for like 8 minutes, so I can just do it off stream at some point. Doo-doo. Although, like, last playthrough, I did abandon a bunch of people and was like, oh, I'm definitely going to summon that person home, and never did. And they're still just out there, you know. in the ether. Shall we speak to Freya? Now, let's just get this done, shall we? Stump this stuff. I've got to keep the brimstone on me. Let's go with bark in there. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay. I'll put the resin and the dried wood in the carpenter's bench. Get a bunch of insulated wood crafting. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So I've got my hammer. I've got daggers I'm not going to probably use. Might take my glimmer moon. And then we'll feed her pork. There you go, for 25% damage buff. And she's got some gruel for food. We could do with some more of that. Do you have anything I can take? Get you some more fibre. Freya hiding in the bushes, lady. Okay, am I forgetting anything? Let me go to the unnamed city. Oh, we want some gruel. So I don't think I've got any in a fridge. I don't remember putting any. We've got a little bit. Ah, that'll do. Okay, right. Unnamed city. Go get a heart of a hero, and then that's all we need. We've got brimstone. We'll take it to Liu Fei. We can't get the eyes of the innocent. We can't get the rhino horn.
Comes in the night.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Good luck, mate. Beautiful. Well, she'll level a little bit. Go. Do 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 do. Bum ba dum bum bum. Bum ba dum bum. Do do do. What's everybody up to while you're watching? You playing as well? Or you just watching? Okay, let's go. You, oh, my character? Yeah. So she doesn't scream anymore? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've always picked stoic at the start of a game. Always. Different, like, races and religions and all stuff. I always chose stoic. And for some reason, she wasn't set to stoic. So it might be that I just forgot to click on it at the beginning of the game when I was setting my character. But yeah, changing it in improved quality of life mod, she doesn't scream anymore. Thank goodness. Just watching, haven't played Conan in quite some time. Nice. Just watching. Nice to have you here, people. Yeah, so no more screaming, thank goodness, because my god. That's an uninstall, isn't it? I have to start the entire playthrough again. My character's a screamer. Hate that. You get like a really good fighter and it just, oh god. Thank goodness for mods, eh, peeps? I think I was going to log into the server. I really liked it because it was mostly vanilla, only to see that while I was on vacation last week they had a lot of gameplay changing modes and now it's not the game I wanted to play. It's never good. Okay, come on then, Doombringer. He's like, I'm here. I've got a saddle. You would please use me. Right, heart of a hero. So we're just going to unfriend one mini-boss. Get the hell out of there. And then get down to the jungle. I have a video about the best fighter thralls for the Age of Heroes. I haven't checked the numbers since this patch. So take it with a pinch of salt, basically. English only, please, Dan. For moderation purposes. Thank you very much. But the video does show you where to find them, basically. Yeah, so I'll check the kind of usual suspects and see if there's been any changes. And if there have been any changes, I will make another video. Otherwise, if it's the same, I'll just let you know it's the same. There you go. Watched it multiple times. I think the volcano ones are great. Yeah, I doubt they've changed that, but there might be some kind of like small changes here and there. So I can't be certain until I like check. I will get to that soon. Stick around, you'll see some combat eventually. Otherwise, you'll see some combat eventually. Oh, was he complaining I wasn't fighting? What did he say? I think I fight a lot in this game. How do I learn encumbrance boosting food? Oh, I nearly swore in German then. Trying to think about too many things at once. Let me just go fight this mini boss. I nearly said Scheiße. I don't know why. I don't speak German. Okay, first mini boss by the stairs. Okay, so all we have to do is unfriend one of these mini bosses. So did somebody come in and complain they hadn't seen me fighting? Is that what it was? Oh, he was asking to show how the combat is now. I see. That's fair enough. Talking about stamina. I mean, it's fine. It just feels a lot like it used to. So if people played before with the old stamina system with the penalty and stuff, now you can actually do combos again. Because it was kind of strange, really. We could roll a lot, but we couldn't do combos. So I only really did like a couple of hits. And then would roll out the way. So it was kind of strange. I feel like a lot of people just never would have used combos at all. Is this the boss? What's he doing? Oh, they're helping. I really appreciate your work here, boys. Did he fall into textures? Nope. Is there? No armor, but this guy can drop his armor. We already got a pair of boots from one of those guys. Okay, let's get down to... So we've got a 40-minute timer on the Heart of a Hero. Let's head to the jungle, friendos. Let's get a skeleton's had him on the ropes. I really thought that he'd fallen into textures. I was like, damn it. I mean, it's kind of cool they were fighting him, but... Just a polite questions, which I see. Good. You're just asking, I see. I tend to be a very bad camel rider when I get nervous about navigating a dangerous area. Do you? What makes you a bad camel rider? I have to say, I do really prefer the feel of riding the horses instead of the camels. Because they're just so much more nimble. The fact that they can... He's actually... Do you know what? I was like, is he going to jump out the ground? He's never there. Okay, I could do with a bit of blood crystal. You can do detect corrupted things. I forget the name of it. Using sorcery to see that he was underground there. But quite often I've found I've run through there and he's not spawned in. And actually, casting the spell to see corrupted friendos the other day, I'm pretty sure we didn't see him then either. Okay, we're heading to the jungle to go to Liu Fei to give him the bits that we need. A couple of the things we can't get in the game at the moment because it's currently bugged. So we're just going to spawn them in just so we can kind of progress the quest. We tried to get them and they are working on it. So the cargo, exactly. That's it. That is the, I mean, apart from the fact that Doombringer has become quite a, you know, a beloved character in this, like in my game. And I do have a soft spot for him. It really is the fact that he has a huge amount of inventory space. Where am I freaking going? This way. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to go back to horses after you've had that inventory space. Actually, one of my favourite things to do is do like a high damage build for myself and just have 2 camels. Have a camel mount and a camel follower. And then they can carry all my arrows and everything. It's like having a couple of bearers. Yep. Cargo space, pretty sure cars go on the road. Okay. I missed the fleet of flying T-posing camels, yeah. That's it. Special event only, really. Well, I keep realising I'm heading off a cliff until I'm right there and oh wait, camels can't jump. Yeah. It is quite frustrating when you run up to like a rock or there's a few rocks around you and you can't just jump over them. Damn it. I wasn't trying to hit the fawn. Hello, Jester. How you doing? Cheats. Yeah, cheats. Absolutely. Because it's not working at the moment. It's bugged. So that we can progress the journey. Yeppers. Thank you for the follow, Millennial. And the Millennial of the Apocalypse, is that? I have to guess. Extra points. Ah, failed. Whenever so many fawns, rabbits and baby hyenas. Yeah, I never do that. I would never do that. I'm really careful. You know, I have a lot of respect for life in this game. Super careful. Sorry. We haven't even been to the galleon yet, friendos. This is such a funny playthrough. I guess next time we'll do a bunch of like NPC camps and stuff. I do want to farm a bunch of crafters and stuff. I want to make my level 60 benches. I want to start farming my usual kind of suspects. Legendary weapons, my favourites. Sacred Hunt event should have ended now, shouldn't it? I think it ended on the 1st. Flotsam, question mark. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. I didn't know that was there, peeps. Yeah. The altar's gone. Why didn't you use the map room to go to the jungle? I don't know, actually. That's a fair question. Probably because we only placed the map room today, and usually I don't even use map room at all, or I place it right at the very end of the game. So I don't know, we could have done that. I was literally counting down after you said you were careful to see how long it would be before you ran something over. I didn't run anything over. So if you think I did, it's just your imagination. It's just very imaginative, chat. I don't know why I didn't use my map room. I feel like a fool. Dun 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 dun. So we have leveled sorcery all the way as well. This is the weirdest playthrough. Normally, I don't even level sorcery all the way. Or maybe we do, but we do it right at the end just to kind of show it. We've leveled sorcery all the way. We're now like max level. There's so many things we haven't done yet. So we can make teleportory stones because of that, which is great. Which is the final kind of like spell of or recipe. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, you can't even jump over the tiniest rock. Come on, Doombringer. Come on, buddy. Goodness me. Oh, airtime. Oh, is he going to get stuck? So yeah, so we'll place some teleportory stones around the place and some dances and things to clear our corruption. I forgot about my map room existing. Yeah, I do quite like to like just you know, ride there really. It also gives me a chance to kind of like catch up with chat and stuff like that on playthroughs. And I enjoy the adventure, you know. The pirate music is so good, isn't it? So nice. Just as a show, even with 8,000 hours, there's still things to learn. I mean, the real boss of the game is my ADHD, isn't it? You know, so I can learn things and, you know, to my heart's content, but I'll still forget to take something with me or whatever. That's it. Can't learn your way out of ADHD, I don't think. He should be able to step over them. He should, yes. So I get if you can't jump, but I think he should just be able to get over it, definitely. He's got, like, nice long legs. Look at those long legs of yours. He's like, don't objectify me. Dun, 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 dun. The old what was I going to do today question that never gets answered. Yeah. I do have a list, you know, funnily enough. Yep. Which is partly why the only reason we managed to remember most of the things at the beginning of the stream. Yep. What are you going to do, hey-ho? Dun, dun, dun. Do, do. Now, we could check, like, salamanders for, like, spawns. We should check the Komodos, shouldn't we? Is that a Komodo baby? Yeah. We don't have any Komodo babies. I just randomly remembered. Look. I love this noise. Make the noise. There it is. I love that noise. It's so cute. There might be another one somewhere. They share the spawn of the grown-up Komodos as well. But yeah, I remember them being here. There you go, you can take that little guy. We need to get a second because we're in like a Noah's Ark situation apparently. There's one. Hi, baby. Make the noise. Yeah. Do it. Make the noise. There it is. So cute. Did find out the proper term for my idea for a joke mount to go with your thrill gives you a horseback ride, 4 thrills carrying you in a chair is palanquin, a London you would. Oh, miss me. How many of you would like chariots and things in this game? Or like, or would you prefer just other mounts and things? Now I did say I was going to show people where to get purple lotus flowers. So I'll just show you while we're on our way to Liu. We do have plenty of time. 30 minutes on this. Let me just show you where to get purple lotus. We could do with it anyway. You can get purple lotus flowers now quite easily from skeletons in the Unnamed City or in the dregs or places like that. But it's a good idea to know where it grows quite readily. Doo-doo. Battle cats. I would love a Thylacoleo, people. Sacrifice 100 mitrins to set for a chariot and a palanquin mount 50 each. Wow. Do you guys use gods that much? I don't think I've ever really used gods. I mean, I've used them like a couple of times. I did the god bubble a couple of times, just kind of for funsies, but... I just really used the gods for like the food earlier on in the game and like set decorations and stuff like that. Here we go. Hi there. Okay, purple lotus. Oh, this is where we are on the map. In case anyone asks me. Near the Eastern Barracks. Oh, she's not on attack all enemies. Aggressive chase. There we go. Because I forgot that we'd set the Leonil. Now we got a berserker. There's quite a lot of purple lotus here. We need this for the purple lotus orbs, which are the concussive orbs that you can throw at the feet of enemies to knock them out. Really good. Very, very good for places like Sepamaru where the enemies are neutral.
Hello there.
Oh, you can harvest these puffballs and use these to make noxious arrows. Oi! Don't mess with my berserker. These grow in a bunch of different places, including near the entrance to the Dagon dungeon over here, which is where I usually pick them up just because I'm there, and here as well a little bit. Also in the Sobek cave, which is right here. There. What's that? J7. Loads of aloe there as well. It's a really good place to get loads of aloe along that strip, which is good because it's very dangerous in the cave. And you'll need some aloe when you respawn after they unfriend you. Okay, we shouldn't dilly-dally too much because we need to get to Liu Fei. Right, let's go. There you go. Have you played PvP yet? I don't play PvP. I have tried PvP like a long time ago. It's not really for me. I like to play this game, I don't know, to relax. I like to collect stuff, or always used to like to collect stuff. So yeah, I don't want to like mess with people, you know? It's not my thing. I like the idea of the giant spider mount that's slow and has a little storage but can climb while you're at it. That would be so cool. There's just no way that's ever going to happen, is it? You know? It would need like a sequel for that, I think. You know? Yep. Live and let live. Yeah, exactly. I just think the atmosphere on like PvE officials has always been really nice. And or just PvE generally. I liked it. I never really had problems with people like trying to steal my stuff in purges. Everyone was always like respectful. You know, I'd get people joining the server and being like, "Oh, I'm a PvPer, and can you give me some tools? I'm just on the server for a bit." I'm like, "Sure, what do you want?" You know. And then I used to like enjoy helping new people and stuff on servers. But I don't want to mess with people. I do PvP in Overwatch. That's enough for me, really. You know, and I'm a healer in that. So we'll have to imagine the different mounts of combat. At least we have more than just horses. Yeah. Maybe at some point I will use rhinos. I never use rhinos. But it's hard to compete with camels now. Am I going entirely the wrong direction? Yeah, a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Is this a good route? Yes, I'll do. Dun, dun. Do, 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 do. So we already did Buccaneer Bay. We did the what is it called? We didn't do Palace of the Witch Queen. We did do the Pagoda of Boundless Lusts. We learnt the Deketa religion. We went to a couple of little NPC camps. It's very tempting to just do the Palace of the Witch Queen really quickly. Because it'll take about 5 minutes. Let's go speak to Liu Fei first. In case we have any issues. Sound of bird being trampled by camel, yeah. I have like a love-hate relationship with the storks. They're kind of funny and obnoxious at the same time. They're kind of really annoying like early game. How did he get me? Why? So if you want to live in the jungle, you could just go around unfriending all these apes and gorillas and stuff for XP reasonably safely. Lots of like thick hide and stuff. You want the jungle life. You haven't been in there either. That's the Black Garden. You can get Black Lotus from there. Let's just grab a bit as we go through. You probably should equip your Sandstorm breathing mask before you go in though. Because this is all like, how do I say, filled with like poisonous gas. You can actually run around and harvest this stuff as long as you don't spend too long. Usually I just run around without a mask and just kind of get out quickly. Here you go, I got like 200 Black Lotus. Okay, now we're out of the gas. Okay, stamina up. Let's climb out. Lucky the ones in Sipta is almost a hobby for me at this point. The pelicans, yeah, they're funny, aren't they? Okay. Dun, dun. So we're heading to the Dagon Dungeon entrance, which is where Liu Fei is. I have to remind myself where we're going then. We could go this way. Sometimes it's just quicker just to run. Why I don't use my mount very often. I can imagine if you live in like a really dry place, it might be quite pleasant to be in the jungle. But because I live in Britain, I really like the desert in this game. But I do like the option of like moving to different biomes, to be fair. Okay, let's get out of here. I have shown you in here before because there's some heroic treasure in here. It's kind of a good place to remember. Last time it was there. It can be there. Sometimes it's out back here. I quite like this whole... Oh, there it is, you see? This time it's here. You can pick it up. Job done. So that's worth 5,000 gold coins. You can walk that back home and you can place it in the radius of your coffer, your clan coffer. Look up purges or taverns on my channel. You can see a guide to that. Or you can just exchange it in your coffer for 5,000 gold coins and you can use that to spend in your tavern bar if you have one and hire friendos. There's Lou here. Hello, mate. Remind me what you need.
At last. Have you collected all the ingredients?
Is he not going to remind me?
Do you have all the ingredients?
Okay, so just I'm going to preface this with, currently you can't harvest the Eyes of Innocence or the Rhino Horn from, like, legitimately. So, and we've attempted that today. Eyes of Innocence. Horn. Ancient Rhino Horn. So that we can actually progress it. They're working on it. They know about it. I've no idea how long it's going to take. So we're just going to progress. I have done this before.
At last.
It's all here.
Collected all the ingredients.
So after this, we don't want to use sorcery at all.
Excellent. With these items, the beast's abjuration is almost at hand. But I must rest now and gather my strength for what is to come. I will keep hold of the ingredients until the time of the ritual. Heed my call when it comes. And now, I grow weary.
Okay. Cool. Right, so I do not want to use my arcane staff at all. I don't want to, like, I've got one at home. I don't want to equip it, anything like that. Because it'll affect the perks that I get from him. Okay. Well, friendos, I think this is a good place to leave it here for today. Thank you really so much for hanging out.